Hello, everyone. My bad, Blood Moon. I know I'm late. I was trying to see if the notification went off. I don't think it went off. So I was asking Fulana about that. TGIF, everyone. TGIF. So open panel. Open panel. What are we going to talk about tonight? Háblame, mi gente. There's a lot of interesting things happening today. Something that we can actually talk about. Where's Lord? Because Lord said he wanted me to go live because he has something to talk about. Fulana La Cubana. Whatchamacallit? I'm going to be dropping a link in a minute. Hey, Tina, how are you? Turn after this one, Tina. No, it is. We shall be waiting for it. I know you're super busy. Oh, no, you're not even going to be here, right? Hey, Salvatrucha, what you mean give you a wrench? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Hey, Love and Freedom, how are you? Thank you, everyone, for stopping by on your Friday night. I don't know if you guys have it like me. It's super hot still here in Texas, even though I think the temperature went down just a little bit. It finally went down a little bit. But, yeah. Impromptu stream. Was on Radical Latino stream earlier. That was interesting, but it was good. It was a good stream. So, want to continue it tonight. Hey, Smoothio, how are you? All right, everybody showing up. Hit that like button. Hit the like button, people. You want to fix your car? Dime, ¿qué pasó, Salvatrucha? ¿Qué pasó? Que tú estás pidiendo alicate. ¿Qué pasó? All right, we have almost all of the regular crew. We're missing the Toxic Twins. Where are the Toxic Twins? Put an APB out for them. Not too bad. How are you, Loving Freedom? Not too bad. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I got the message, people. I got the message. So it's an open chat. So whatever you guys want to talk about is what we can discuss. There was a topic I wanted to discuss, but I don't know if that was going to turn the men away. So I'll wait till a few people come in and a few people come on the panel and see if they want to talk about it. Yes, thank you, Love and Freedom. I hope all is well with you. All right, I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Hit that like button on your way in, people. Hola, Daniel. You got what you wanted to, buddy? Estoy en vivo. Let's see. Let's give it a few more moments. Thank you, Daniel. So what should the topic be today? What should it be? What should we talk about? What's up? Hold on 1 second, people. All right, people. We got a good amount of people. Hey, Job. How are you? Good stream today. A lot of people are going live today. Hey, Johnny. How are you? Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. I'm gonna drop the link now. I just want to remind everyone to be respectful and none of the BS, but it's definitely an open topic. So we're gonna discuss basically whatever you guys want to discuss. Hold on a second. I hope you can join today, Job. You were about to pull out the machete, right, Daniel? I was only. I'll explain to you why I was getting like that. No biggie though. It's all still all love. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, toxic brother, my Scorpio brother. Let's talk about it. Yes, Salvatrucha. Daniel doesn't like it. He likes to stay in the chat like Blood Moon. He never joins the panel. But that would work. That would work. But yeah, that machete almost came out. I put the link down, people. Hit that link. Yes, Smoothio. It was a little intense. Just a little bit. Just a little bit intense. But it's all good, it's all good. It's still dialogue. People can talk. We're adults, No big deal. All right. Maybe one day I would join, but I don't want to troll Morena. You could still troll. You could join and still troll me. Remember, trolls lives matter. You could still join. Oh, mira qué lindo el perrito. Ay, Dios mío. You on mute, Fulana. Yeah, it would be nice if Blood Moon joined the stream as well. That would be nice. Trolls are fun. We are the best. Yes.
Hey guys.
What's up, Fulana? All right. Yes. Hola, Joe.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom. Thank you for blessing the chat. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. How about you?
Not too bad. You had a good stream today. That was a good stream.
Oh, thank you. Hola, Fulana.
Hola, how are you?
I'm well.
They're making fun of me because they said I almost pulled out the machete earlier.
What's
The
the topic?
came out. Yeah, man. It was. We could talk about whatever we want to talk about tonight. Tonight is an open topic. I don't know how long I'm staying live because I got plans tomorrow. So I don't know if this is going to throw a monkey wrench in if I stay up all night. Daniel, you said Morena, you with Blood Moon and Fulana with machetes would take out the whole gang. Yes, we would.
I know what we could talk about.
What can we talk about?
Let's talk about food shortages, shit going around the world. What can we do as a people? How can we get prepared?
Well, what do you want to talk about first? You mentioned 3 topics.
I don't know. What are your thoughts about the food crisis happening all over again?
So I keep hearing that, and I'm seeing that in certain places. Like where I'm at here in Texas, it doesn't look like we're short on anything, to be honest with you. It doesn't feel like it's affecting us here. But when I did go to New York and New Jersey this I think it was this fall, I did oh God, I did witness that there was barely any food on the shelves. So yeah, I saw it. Oh, look at the trolls are coming out, Job. Look are for us. Oh, yeah, Moreno, man, monophobia. Who's that, Lord?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, Lord? You scared me, man, because I don't be knowing who's gonna be popping up the way you guys keep changing it up. Hey, Royal Loyal. What's up, Lord? What you want to talk about? I heard you got something to say. It's Job and Fulana.
I don't got nothing to say. I like y'all two was getting hype in the chat. It was funny to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, because you know what? They was talking about Cuba, right? So what they were saying wasn't really correct. I don't know who they were. They weren't talking about any Cubans from that got basically exiled from Cuba when Castro took over, right?
Roughly about where in Texas are you, roughly?
I'm roughly an hour outside of Houston.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what were they saying? I didn't really know what they were saying.
They were talking about like they were talking about how Fidel had a stronghold on Cuba and kept the United States out. And I hate when people glorify that because the United States couldn't mess with him, but he oppressed a whole generation of people or several generations, to be honest with you, for those 60 years. And my aunt was listening to it. Fulana's mom was listening to what they were saying, and Fulana was telling me on the back end what she was saying. So I was like, damn, why don't y'all go on the panel and talk about it? So that's when Denise started saying, she was stating her opinions, and they seemed almost disrespectful because it wasn't like us getting on the panel. It was going to be my aunt, and my aunt is an older woman. She's a senior citizen. So that's why I was like, slow your roll. If she's going to say something about it, like, let her say something. But, she's like, I don't got time for that crap. I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's looking at us like kids. So I was just like, I took offense to it because it was like, you're so opinionated that you're not realizing what you're saying. Like, you're being type offensive,
So it's more the glorifications of Castro's actions.
Yeah, African Americans and people out that come from certain countries like to glorify his stronghold on it. But yeah, they couldn't penetrate him, but that's not something to be so proud of. Like, the US did have sanctions. She mentioned that, but it's like that's not.
You don't think so?
To brag about that that the United States couldn't go there, but at the same time people had to suffer. No, I mean if he did it weren't suffering, then that's fine. And his agenda originally when he took over was noble, but that's not what it ended up being.
I agree. I agree with that part. I do. Yeah. I actually see both sides. I see on one hand side that like clearly the subjugation of your people is not something that you should glorify, right? Because people starved, right? And people really didn't have a say. But to survive 65 assassination attempts from the CIA is something that you're proud of, right?
Even from Cubans themselves in the Bay of Pigs, it was Cubans that spearheaded that,
Yeah. Well, the Cubans in Miami stayed trying to have revolts in Cuba, right?
That's what she wasn't stating. That's what she wasn't stating, or I forgot who else was saying that. I was like, what Cubans were they talking to? Because they weren't talking to those Cubans that jumped ship when he first took over, that lost all their property and businesses.
Well, still a lot of Cuban gangsters in Miami still to this day have smuggling operations back and forth to Cuba, right?
Those are the ones that come in the 80s. Those are the ones that from the 80s you're talking about. I'm talking about the ones from the 60s.
Okay. Well, it's still happening to today. Like right now in Spain, the Spanish government has been turning a blind eye to Cubans buying medicine and sending it to Cuba, right? Even though it's against the embargo. Yeah, because they can't get during COVID,
Spain is starving too, technically, right?
Spain is starving like crazy, which is on a whole nother level. During COVID, Cuba was the only other country in the southern hemisphere from us to invent their own vaccine. And what the U.S. did is they stopped them from getting syringes, right? So Cuba had to send people abroad to buy syringes and send them back to Cuba, which is crazy. So I could see both sides of it. Right. I can see how someone who was born in Cuba and lived through the struggle doesn't think that anything was good out of it. Right. And then I can see how someone who grew up somewhere else, who is sick of the American imperialism system, could say, well, look at how Castro was able to kind of like keep the Americans back. But then again, it's like, what's better? Right. Is it better to be free, have a capitalist free nation under the thumb of America, or is it better to not be under the thumb of America? I think it's a kind of like a more of an intellectual topic you can, really, really debate, not really speak on as an authority figure, right? Because there is plus and minuses, right? Because we all know once America, look what America did to Haiti. Once they touch down their country, they gonna strip that shit bare. right? They're gonna really do some wild shit down there. But they could come to the country and do good, right? Somewhat. Like look at how Panama was able to get a canal out of the situation. Yeah, they brought more racism down there, but Panama is somewhat of a rich country, even though the Panamanians right now are going crazy in Panama. But it's a hit or miss. Usually more miss. But
Cuba was good when Batista was there. People would argue that, right? But then there was a lot of racism there, supposedly, or America brought their racism at that time there, pre-Castro, right? Because that's what Castro was trying to do, make it equal for all. That was his agenda.
I was just about to say that. The whites liked it under Batista a lot, right? Because they were getting rich off the mob, right? The Italian mob was heavily in
facts. It was Vegas before Vegas. Cuba was Vegas. So I mean, America had their hands up their ass, but they didn't oppress the Cubans per se at that point. But the rich were getting richer there,
It's one of those slippery slopes. The funny thing is, I do think the blockade really hurts Cuba. And I think if you look at sanctions in general, right? Sanctions on any nation, it doesn't help a nation. Sanctions are supposed to be there so that the local populace will rise up and overthrow their government and install a new government. In the history of sanctions, that's never happened, right? So I think we all can accept the fact that America just needs to. The funny thing is, I believe if America lifts the blockade, Cuba would the regime would fall within a year or two, like this, because the problem with the blockade is that you cannot get any outside information in, right? So when people are not understanding, like, yo, listen, the whole now Cuba is starting to get internet and cell phone internet at that, right? So the younger, like I watch what's going on in Latin America. The younger Cubans more like, fuck this shit. We're not about this life. We don't want to live. We're either going to overthrow this government or we're all going to leave. That's their thing. We're either going to leave, and more countries are letting Cubans come there with no problems. Right?
Europeans,
but also Latin America as well. European, but Latin America, they're going to Latin America. They go to Mexico. They try to come to Miami. They go to Colombia. They go to Panama. They go to all of these things. They go to Argentina's a lot. I don't know why they go.
They got like work contracts. I know they had it in Venezuela. I know they have it in Mexico before all this crap started happening now. But it's like work contracts. Fidel used to contract his people there to work in these countries.
Yep.
Because education is free.
Yep.
Yeah, but he used to like there was people from Cuba that would go like to Venezuela to work. They would contract them out for like 3 years or something like that. It would be like a contract. Well, Fulana would know more than I do because Fulana.
I have a cousin that she's actually there now as a dentist working.
Yeah, they do that. They contract you out, so the country's making most of the money. So like this is like what I'm saying, what people don't talk about. So sometimes you're just talking just to talk, right? And then you can't provide an opinion because some things, everything can't be textbook, Lord. Sometimes you have to live it or talk to people who've actually had an experience. Something that you're not going to get from a newspaper, something that you're not going to get from a textbook.
Yeah, you got to talk to actual people who can.
Sometimes, for certain instances, it would be best that way because you'll be getting a more realistic look rather than what the author perceives or what they want you to or what they want to tell you. And that's in every aspect of life,
Most of them don't know Cubans. I live in Florida, so I can meet Cubans. They
Marcel did. Marcel was talking. He said but I think he was talking to Cubans from the Marielitos that came in the 80s. Those weren't the old time. I'm telling you. I remember I used to laugh. My mother was like, "No ni menciona Fidel," because those people would have a titty attack. You can't even mention Fidel. That's like mentioning the devil to them. So I'm assuming that probably whoever he was talking about was maybe the Cubans that came in the 80s, the ones that were used to the regime already. The Cubans there, my age, Lord, are used to that regime. They don't know what it was like pre-Castro. So they don't know any better. A lot of Cubans come here that are on my age or younger, and they're not used to how things run here because they're used to being taken care of. Am I right, Fulana?
Yes.
I mean, so they have a disadvantage?
Yeah, they have a disadvantage because they don't know no better.
It's really interesting because that Cuba has a program for doctors, right?
The program is excellent, Lord, but if you can't do nothing with that,
I'm talking about for Americans, for poor Americans who want to become doctors. Cuba has a program. I looked in it because originally I wanted to be a doctor, not a computer scientist, a software engineer. And I was looking into all these countries abroad because I wanted to go to school for very low cost. And I looked at theirs, and they had a 6-year program where they take people from low income communities. They go to Cuba, they work, and then all they ask is that you go back to low income areas to work as a doctor, right?
But not in the United States, right? Because the United States doesn't recognize your medical degree from Cuba.
So they will, as long as you have to match, though. You have to match.
But they didn't accept them here during COVID when they were trying to come. They put them.
Yeah, they didn't accept the Cuban doctors, but if let's say you're an international student,
it's the other way around. My bad.
Yeah, or you're an American, right? Or you're American that studied abroad. You go. So the matching process for doctors is weird. So if you're an international student, right, meaning you're not from America, there's a small program that you can match under, right? Very small. If you're an American that goes abroad, then some hospitals would allow you to be matched with the American pool of candidates, right? As long as you pass all the American board certifications, right? I don't remember all the board certifications they have, but as long as you pass those, then you can enter into the American matching process. Because I had my friend's wife, she went to school in one of the Caribbean islands, but she's Canadian though, and she did her match program in America. But she did it as an international student because she was American.
Right.
So when you have your medical degree in Cuba and you try to come to the United States using your degree, they make you start over, basically. So as a Cuban person, your medical degree or your engineering degree is garbage. Huh?
It's not necessarily that they let you start over, right? So the rules is from any country, doesn't matter what country, right? As long as they can certify that you actually went to school, you have to start the residency. If you get matched, you have to be willing to pass all the certifications, right? And then you have to match with the hospital and do your residency all over. So let's say you were an emergency medicine doctor in whatever country you're from, Cuba, wherever you go, you have to pass your board certs, right? You have to take all those exams, and then you have to apply to the match process, which happens, I think, like once a year, right? In the spring time, and then you have to try to get one of the I think it's like 20 or 30 slots of international students that match, right? It's so competitive.
Years though, but that takes years, Lord. So you're in essence you're starting over almost. Think about it.
If you know someone, then you could bump the line. But if you don't know anyone, you have to be exceptional. You have to basically score like a perfect score in your medical exams, right? In America to get bumped up to the line. It's really, and then probably where you went to school probably matters. So what country did you go to? A country in Europe? You're probably going to get counted over.
Europe, you're good. Cuba,
yeah, over someone else. Cuba produces good doctors because
they do, but it's what they do here. Once you get here, Lord, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not knocking the
It's America though. It's America. Yeah. America. The medical system in America is so trash. They purposely keep the number of doctors extremely low. Right? Because most countries around the globe have a 6-year medical program. Once you leave high school, you can go to college, go to medical school. America does that, and they do that purposely to keep the doctors' numbers low, so they can overwork the doctors and they can get paid more money. They don't want, because the more doctors you have in the market, the more doctors you don't need a doctor doing a 12-hour shift. You can have a doctor doing an 8-hour shift, right? You don't need a doctor on call. They could just work at the hospital during the 8 hours, right? And you don't need one doctor doing all these things. So then they'll decrease the amount of money they have to pay doctors. Doctors actually control that, right? There's a doctors association that controls that. So they always keep the number of doctors low, and they always, every few years, they make it more harder and more harder for them to produce more doctors. It's quite fucking ridiculous how they do it in America.
Yeah, that's what Blum said. You have to pass the exams in English, and that's part of the hindrance as well.
Yep. But yeah,
you come from. Well, no, when you're in Europe though, you learned all 3 languages, right? You learned English, Spanish, and French, right? For the most part.
Yeah, most countries around the world, except for America, they learn multiple languages. Right. Yeah, but shout out to Cuba though. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you for your insight, Lord. That was very educational for the stuff that I didn't even know. Fulana, would you like to chime in with regards
No,
to
that was
your
clear and respectful.
Oh, okay, cool.
Shout out to Castro too. Don't come for me though. You know.
Don't put his head. Get the machete, freaking Fulana.
Don't
Cut
come
that
for
head
me.
off.
Listen, I have respect for him. I have respect for what he accomplished against
What he
the
accomplished,
Americans.
right? If you look at it from the other way around,
yes.
then yeah, you got to respect.
But I don't respect oppressing your people. I don't respect
Right.
that. But what he accomplished, no other person around the globe, except for now Vladimir Putin, is been able to do so. Right?
And Cuba's a little tiny island, right?
And it's a tiny island, and it should be the good parts should be studied, right? You can throw the bad parts out, but the good parts should be studied and learn from them on how to do it, right?
Right.
But shout out to him. You know, what's funny is I thought once he passed, it was going to be something new, right? And then once Raul stepped down, I was like, okay, something new is going to come up. Hell no.
It got worse.
They got worse.
It got worse. It got really bad, really quick.
So Joe wanted to talk about. We started talking about the food shortages, Lord. I don't know if you wanted to talk about something else. I thought you wanted that smoke tonight, but
Listen, I wanted to see you and Fulana. Really, Fulana come for this smoke.
It was funny because my mom was listening, and you know how Cuban mothers are. They say a lot of curse words and stuff, and she's like, "What the fuck?" You know, she was going off, and I'm like, "Mom, yeah." So I was just like, "Oh man," I'm like,
yeah,
it was a lot. And then I was like, "All right, let me get out of her house."
Yeah, but
to the gentleman, he was speaking earlier. What is your expertise?
What? I'm an engineer, and I was in the military for a while.
What branch?
I was in the Navy for like 6 years, and the Army for 7 years.
Really? What was your MOS in the Navy?
I was a torpedo man.
Oh, nice. Right on. I was gonna ask. So the engineering part, you say you do computer science?
Yeah, I have a degree in computer science.
What languages have you studied?
What languages?
Yes, sir.
Like programming languages?
Yes,
sir. Primarily when I was at my job. I'm not working right now. I use Python, JavaScript, Node.js for a backend.
Nice.
While you're a software engineer?
Yes. I'm an engineer myself.
All right, don't make it boring, guys.
No, my bad. I was intrigued.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Did you have to relearn the engineering part, or was that in the stateside?
Oh, I went to college here. I went to NYU.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Who is this dude, Salvatrucha? Who the fuck is that dude?
I have no clue.
Yo, bro, come up here, man, because you talking crash shit. You know nothing, man. Really know nothing, man, bro. You really talking.
He's a troll. Shit. His opposite troll. He's troll. He's triggering. He's a triggering troll. He was talking about Cubans earlier. Don't worry, let him live.
Were you
he was talking about the hinateras in Cuba, so I'm assuming, you know.
Were you in the East Coast or you Pacific Fleet?
Oh, I was East Coast.
East Coast.
I was in Florida.
Right on.
Oh, we got another engineer in the chat.
Nice. Man. I was gonna tell you, what are your thoughts of a lot of these dictators not being natives, oppressing the people in the land?
Where? What countries?
Well, you mentioned Cuba, so I mean, Cuba, Fidel Castro's not native. His father's a Spaniard. I don't know if you guys know that, but
Yeah, but his mother's Cuban, so.
Yeah, well, you are who your father is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
anyway, I think you are who raised you.
Yeah, well, usually their son usually takes after the father. The father usually teaches the son everything. I mean, I have kids. I teach my son how to shoot, clear rooms, everything else, do some programming. Like you were mentioning earlier, Polana, it got worse. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. I think, I had a debate with a couple people not too long ago, stating that, we own the land out there, and, why are we leaving? And, you know, are we, discontinuing from our heritage and blah, 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 blah. And,
Oh, you
a
sound
lot of,
really low, Joe. We can't hear you.
oh, can you hear me now?
A little louder. Can you turn up the volume?
Let me see. Okay, is that better?
Much better.
All right. Um, what was my train of thought? Um, and we got people saying that we live, we're Mexican people or Cubans or whatever. Why don't we go back? And a lot of the people that are migrating towards the U.S. is usually they're running away from oppression. You know what I mean? The living status is not up to standards. You got no running water, no food. Um, you got gangs, you got government oppression, and it's I'm my father, he was from Durango, Mexico. So I'm basically a first generation. He crossed the border into Arizona, traveling about 1,400 miles. Um, lived underneath the tree and met my mom, and I came about. And I asked my father, "Why did you leave Mexico?" And he goes, it's just too much bad shit down there. He said, but it's beautiful out there. It's beautiful. And I never got to, go down to that region to go actually see what my father actually, his hometown and stuff. But I think there's nothing worse, man, than to leave your family and, to search for a better life. You know, I can't wrap my mind around him being 15, 16 years old, saying goodbye, mom, goodbye, dad, goodbye, sister, goodbye, brother, and I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna try my best to be someone in society, and after some time, going in, the high school and then going to, I actually joined the military myself, and I was also Navy, and it was the best experience of my life. I traveled all over the world and did all kinds of cool stuff, and um, but just reflecting back at my dad, you know, um, he doesn't come, he doesn't speak to his son. He avoids conversations. He shows up at the house. Hey, mijo, I gotta leave. I gotta go. Whoa, Dad, you just barely showed up, man. Why are you leaving so fast? I don't know. I gotta go. I gotta go. So fuck. All right. Well, goodbye. And my brother gets upset. Because he's like, fuck, man. I don't got no fucking dad, and you know, he's always fucking leaving, and he doesn't want to hang out with me. And I tell him, hey, you know what, man? It's just we had different lives, man. We had different lives. You can't compare the life that we had, what we have compared to what he had. These are two different lives. And I could see a lot of people getting affected, especially when it come to another country like America. Come to this country in America. We're subjugated with pop culture and society, and we get fed all kinds of indoctrinated history with whites being predominantly the rulers of this land, and a lot of this stuff um, didn't really make sense until you actually see it in real life. And it's to be quite honest with you, I don't think my dad would have left Mexico if there was an oppression, such an oppression there that made him decide to leave. There had to be a trigger point, um, to make him think, you know what, I got to do something. And that takes, I mean, I to take a man to think like, or a young teenager to think like that and travel all this way, at 15, 16 years old, and then meeting the man later on in life, right after I got out of boot camp, meeting this man, and I didn't know who he was. You know, he he looked at me, he heard my name, and goes, "Yeah, you." He says, "Your name is so and so." I go, "Yep." He says, "Do you have a dad named so and so?" I go, "Yep." He said, "I think I know who you are." I said, "Really?" So yeah, he's your. And he said, "Your dad lived underneath that tree right there." He pointed at it, and I was like, "Wow, are you serious?" He says, "Yep." He says, and after that, he went to go be a roofer, and that was the end of the story. And when you are younger and you figure out the life that you have, like the life I have now, I wouldn't have this life if it wasn't for my father. You know, um, I would probably be in gangs. I would probably be a hitman. You know, um, drug dealer, warlord. Who knows? But when I was a teenager, we ran the streets of muck. Man, that's what we did. You know, um, I fought a lot. You know, it's what I love to do, and that's why I got into the military. Just to kind of give that release. You know what I mean? Because when you come, especially when you're out of college and doing your thing, and then you find all this extra history they never taught you in school, like the land being indigenous to the natives, and we were slaves, and we were transported on ships and sold, and then my mother telling me, "Hey, mijo, we have ancestors in Ireland and Germany," and I was like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" And I remember saying all this when I was about 12 years old, and oh, nice. Oh yeah, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take care of it right now. Okay. Um, and my wife. Um, and it almost seems like history was rewritten after I learned all this. And I started learning all this after like maybe 28, 29, 30 years old. And I kind of got upset. I'm like, how in the fuck can we know about black people being in slavery, but we never knew we were in fucking slavery? And that, to be quite honest with you, man, that really pissed me off because I see a lot of my people struggling. They're having 3 or 4 fucking jobs and they can't fucking make it. Um, the man has a lot of potential. He works fucking hard. He has a family, and you got, like a Caucasian person, not really lifting a pencil, and has a better job, have better homes, have better credit, and they hire people like us to boost their property values up, you know, and it's this cycle of death, man. I just can't stand, and I feel for my people, like the Cubans, the Dominicans, South Americans, Mexicans, Inuit people. It doesn't matter who it is. I feel
So
bad
you
for
feel
them.
like this country's taking advantage of us, Job? Like you feel
Oh,
like
predominantly yes, man, for reals. Because um, it's only getting worse. You know, they're raising the rents. The food prices are climbing. They know that the Mexican or the indigenous or the melanated people are doing their very best to make ends meet, and they can't. And then there's a rift in the family. The wife saying you don't make enough. The kids looking at you like, Dad, what the fuck? Can't you do something better? We live in a fucked up house. We have fucking pants that are high waters. We got holes in our socks. We have shorts. We have shorts that don't fit. They're extra tight. I mean, I got into military, man, just to kind of hope change the course of this bullshit that's going on. And I joined the community to kind of bring light on the other story, because this story is never told. It's swept underneath the rug. And we are people too, man. We have lives, we have families, and it sucks that our people have to live in piss poor conditions,
right,
while our colonizers are living it up. And
hold on. I gotta push back against that. We can't say the colonizers living it up, because it's like there's clearly more poor whites than poor blacks or poor Hispanics. So there's clearly more poor whites living a shit life, right? In America, at least, right? Or in Europe. Like this notion that the colonized, like white people as a collect, I think we have to get out of that mentality, because what we do is we look down upon ourselves with that type of rhetoric. Yeah, are there white people doing good? Yes. Are there far more white people doing better than Hispanics, than blacks? Right, that's true. But if you look at subgroups, Nigerian subgroup is doing the best economically, followed by Asian groups. Right, so it's like you can't just look at like white people, because just because you see the white people as the dominant group, it doesn't mean that all white people are winning. It doesn't mean that most white people are winning. If white people are what, let's say they're 50% of the population, probably more, right? If what 3% of them are doing good and the other 49% suck, it's like yeah, doesn't mean that they're doing great. White people are getting destroyed. Like the Appalachian Mountains, those whites got gutted when they stopped using coal, right? Literally, most of them whites are on welfare. If you go to Texas, a lot of these whites out here are done. They got cooked too. If you go to Philly, you see whites on freaking meth, right? You go to Detroit, you'll see poor whites. You go to Alabama, you'll see a bunch of poor whites too. There's poor whites everywhere. But what the media, white people have good publicity. They got good media coverage. So they won't show you poor whites, because rich white people hate poor whites too, just as much as they hate poor blacks, right? Poor Hispanics. They just don't like poor people. And I think groups, dividing yourself into subcategories, right? Literally, you can't, if you're poor, you can't afford to look at yourself as a subcategory. You need to link arms with other people along your socioeconomic standpoint and say, hey, listen, I'm poor, you're basically poor. We need to fight the system to make it better for us. That's how you win. It's them killing Martin Luther King because he started talking to poor white people isn't just a myth, right? Them killing Fred Hampton because he started talking to racist poor whites. Them killing Kennedy because he wanted to help poor people. These things happen because they don't want poor people across the spectrum talking to each other. So I just think, as an individual, I think that type of rhetoric is kind of harmful. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I understand that. Give me a second, please.
And I heard, poor Puerto Rican women like black dudes with messed up teeth, but that's none of my business.
Who told you that? But you have a point, Lord. You have a point. If you have that mindset, sometimes that could be a setback for you, right? Can hold you back.
It can. It can definitely hold you back.
Like, you can't let that hinder you from trying to progress in this country and get, Where you trying to get to? That's what I try to show my son. Like, you
Shout
know,
out to single mothers. You know?
yeah, we're here for the money. Like, go fuck. You don't want me to sit at your table? I don't want to be at your goddamn table. You know.
Now I want to be at that fucking table.
I don't care to make my money. I don't care about the table. But you want to be at the table, bro? With that look you giving us right now, they ain't let you in.
Facts. I'm here to tell them, ma'am, what you said was manphobic right now, and your talk is tantamount to violence against men all around the world. I don't want to hear it. I'm coming with the big eyes and everything, talking crazy.
My apologies. Did you witness any white supremacy when you were in the Navy?
Not white supremacy. I mainly, when I was in the Navy, I mainly witnessed men wanting to sleep, older men who had rank wanted to sleep with younger women so that they would treat the other men, right, poorly. And I also witnessed, because I was smarter than most people that I outranked, I got discriminated against because I was just too smart for them. I was just far more intelligent than them, and they couldn't handle it, right? They didn't know what to do with it, right? Well, they didn't know how to utilize me.
But you didn't run into any instances knowing that you were smarter than them, but you got replaced, or you were replaced with someone who was less educated than yourself. Have you ran into that before?
No, because when I first joined the military and I got to my unit, I kind of got into this trouble. I kind of got into this argument with this Mexican girl who one of my supervisors wanted to sleep with, right? So I knew I needed to distinguish myself above everyone else. So I started to learn the aircraft, the weapons elevator that I worked on very, very well, so that I could be, pretty much irreplaceable, right? Mm-hmm. And when I did that, I had senior petty officers coming up to me asking me how do you fix this issue? How do you rebuild this? How do you do that? I was so much of a resource that I went to captain's mast. I didn't even get in trouble, right? And I had people gunning for me, like people really gunning for me. But because I was so much of a resource, I had other people there to protect me as well. So I just knew that I'm not a likable person, right? So I just knew my ability, right?
What'd you say?
I'm not a likable person.
Oh, I'm not a likable person.
I'm not. No, I'm really not a likable person. I say that all the time. I'm not likable at all. It's because I would just speak my mind, and in the military, you just can't say what you believe, right? True. And so I knew my value would come from my intelligence, right? Mm-hmm. So I just utilized my intelligence to kind of be my buffer in life, right? And then plus I had I had a Panamanian homeboy. He was in my division, so he kind of looked out, right, and stuff like that.
I mean, I witnessed. I did a little bit of school there in Florida, and I went to Great Lakes for boot camp and all that bull crap.
Lord is likable just because he's full of shit, and then you don't get that.
Yeah, it must be. I'm assuming it's probably a West Coast thing. Because I was in the West Coast before,
It does happen though.
It sounds a lot what you're saying. You know what I mean?
You have racist people there. We had a guy that was racist when I was in the Navy, and everyone told me not to work with him. But because he was so smart, I purposely went to work for him, right? When he came to the unit, and he taught me so much. And I learned from that point that you can learn anything from anybody, and if you just humble yourself and you don't be judgmental,
that's right,
then you can gain from that. And it's funny, he actually got kicked out of the military, but while he was there, he taught me a lot, or he forced me to do work, right? That forced me to learn more about things that a lot of people didn't want to really focus on because the task was too hard. So, listen, this racism, my thing is this racism everywhere, in every environment. I'm a big guy too, so they're always going to look at you like the big scary person, right? And it is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is.
I mean, I live in an area where you can walk down the street and it would be a person who does, like a white person who doesn't, he will just look at you and stare at you down. You know what I mean? Or they'll invite their kids and drive their bikes right past you, and they're telling you to move. And you know, and a lot of these things are happening right now with my son. You know, he's a dark, very very dark. You know, he's tall. He's a lot taller than me. He's a big dude, and he's only 17 years old. And you know, we already had he already had racist attacks on him already, and I mean, it's to a point where I had bought my son a pistol, you know, to get him trained up on learning how to use it, and he's responsible, you know, and he knows a lot of cool things. But you know, there's times where my wife has to, you know, go outside because, you know, we live in the woods. Well, not in the woods, but, you know, in Colorado, so there's bears and shit, you know, roaming around. And there was a time where there was a bear hanging out at a house, and we were going to go see it. They had posted it on this website, you know, this community website. So I was like, shit, let's go see a bear. So we all jumped in the car, and you know, we went to go try to check it out, and we ran to this beautiful house, Confederate flags, Nazi flags.
Shout out to the Nazis.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Oh
no! Lord is pro-white, very pro-white. Don't be fooled by that emoji. I mean, the avatar he has on there, he's super pro-white.
First of all, I'm not pro-white. I'm pro-Asian. Let's get it right. Secondly, I respect everyone's right to believe what they want to believe, as long as it doesn't bother me or hinder my rights and freedoms. Listen. If you want to be a Nazi, be a Nazi. You want to be a KKK member, do your thing. You want to like Sikh thing, hide all that shit. Do your way. I don't listen. You ever met some of these people? They're not bright people, right? So if they want to, like, if you're poor and racist, it's like pick a struggle, my guy. Like,
facts.
You literally can't afford to be racist. You know what I mean? You could probably get a job from a black person if you wasn't so racist or Hispanic. But hey, you know, you would think you're the master race. What's like, you know, like, chill.
With 4 teeth in their mouth, right?
Hey,
dirt in their fingernails, you know. Ugh. Look a little stinky and dirty.
Look like they ain't bathed in a minute, but hey, I ain't mad at them. You know,
facts.
I ain't mad at them. Where Funana? She sleeping?
Congratulations to you, man.
I'm here, Lord.
Making it out alive.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Right.
They come to kill
we're
me.
All making it, Job. We're all making it. You know, we're here. We're alive. We're making it. You know, we're not being delinquents in the street. We're doing it.
Have you ratted to anybody, like any of your Navy buddies or anybody who you've known in the military? Have you ever talked about contingency plans in case everything goes south over here?
Yeah, if things go south, I'm going to Panama. Straight up. I'm going to Panama, and I got a buddy in Colombia. We'll go to Colombia. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
The key is to get out of the United States, right?
Yeah, I just got to get out the U.S. Once I get out the U.S., I'm good to go. You know what I mean? I'll be good to go. You know? And if I can't get out of the U.S., then I stay and fight. It is what it is. I got my guns. You know what I mean? I got my equipment, and I do what I do.
Nice.
Like, that's it. Can't do nothing else.
Nice. Yeah, just I'm running into a couple of buddies, you know, 7 or 8 buddies, and we're just talking, you know, contingency plans, radio man, who's gonna be the radio man, who's gonna be the, you know, et cetera, when it comes to, you know, conducting operation. They call us the misfits. You know, hey, we're the misfits, man. So no, don't call me no misfit.
Listen, I live in Florida. We're gonna be all right. Ain't nobody come. Listen, Florida man, he gonna handle a lot of that stuff for me. So I'm gonna be chilling, man. Ain't nobody want no problems with Florida man. All right, ain't nobody want them problems. We probably just gonna cordon off Florida, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Ain't no issues.
Don't understand.
And enough is enough. You know what I mean? Yo. What you? Hey, man, you said you wanted to talk about moms. One day you said that. You said you want to talk about
toxic mothers. Toxic mothers.
How great toxic mothers are. That's what you said.
How traumatizing they were. You mean? Yeah, toxic moms.
So you and Fulana, tell us about your great mothers. You know what I mean?
No, Fulana's mom wasn't toxic. She used to be my relief. My relief when I used to go to her house with my grandmother. What? No.
So you was like me.
Toxic. My mom was a teenage mom. Things didn't work out with my dad. I think, she resented that and basically took it out on me. In different ways. I manifested in different ways, and it shaped me to be the adult that I am today. I think the way I raised my son had a lot to do with the way I was raised, and I knew what I didn't want to do.
So your mom made you a feminist, though, is what you're saying?
No, not really. No. Mm-mm.
Borderline.
Why would you think? Why would you think she made me a feminist?
Because I'm just saying you got a lot of feminist energy. You know what I'm saying? Your feminist.
No, you just feel my aggressive Bronx energy. It ain't feminist. It's just that aggressive Bronx energy that makes that reverts you back to being a little kid. Say, no, leave me alone.
Nah, you got that feminist energy.
I don't know who hurt you. Who hurt you, Lord? What Bronx chick hurt you? Did she kick you with her hands?
You hurt me.
No, I'm not a feminist, but maybe my mom was, but she was super toxic. Like, unnecessarily. People used to see used to piss me off is that people used to actually see it and not say anything about it. Nobody really approached my mom about it, but everybody knew she was doing it.
What's your thoughts on mothers going to clubs?
Mothers going to clubs? What do you mean, like?
Mothers
who are too old to be in the clubs, mothers who got too many kids to be in the club, like.
I remember when I was, out of the Navy, I was,
You have to turn your mic up.
Oh, my apologies. I just remember there was a lot of mothers when I got out. They were in their 25, 26 years old. They would have like 3 kids, and then you find them at the club. They leave the kids with the grandmother, and
that's what's
they go out and do their thing.
Shout out to her. Shout out to those women. You know what I mean? Shout out to that. Listen, my belief is most women are bad mothers. So people don't.
Because he had a toxic mother too, Job. He's just not saying it apparently.
I did, but it's not. That's not why I believe most women are bad mothers. Because I had surrogate mothers as well that were very good mothers, right? But I just studied. I like to study people and watch people, and my belief is we grade women on the same curve that the same scale we grade men. That most women will be bad mothers. Like nobody bats an eye at that statistics show that women abuse children more than men, right? It's like not even a thing, but yet men are seen to be looked at as predators, right? And the abusers.
Y'all are.
Yeah, but every metric shows that women abuse children more than men, right? So
here we go with those statistics and those numbers again. Life experience, dude.
Lord had a toxic mother, so he blames Blood Moon. But tell them the truth. You're actually my toxic mother. You're my mother. I just didn't want to say anyone that you're my mother. But now, since you want to talk, Mom, come up here and let's tell them the stories of how you used to abuse me, Mother. All right, Blood Moon? Everybody, Blood Moon's my mother. There you go. Boom. The jig is out. Right? This is why she's so combative, because when I talk about women, it personally hurts her feelings because she didn't raise me to be like that. But I rebelled, and here I am.
Buenos días. Llegó el Sugar Daddy.
Ay, Dios mío. ¿El Sugar Daddy de quién?
De todo el mundo. Sugar Daddy. ¿Y qué está pasando con el rey de los boricuas? Ricky Martin, tocándole a su
I was
nieto.
going to talk about that, but some men are homophobic and get funky. The last time we talked about men didn't they didn't want to stay in the chat. That's what I wanted to discuss originally. You're a mind reader, like me.
Yeah, son. Look, I gotta give the Puerto Ricans the L. Ricky Martin, your hero, is out there. Is out there.
50 million con el primo, oíste primo, con el primo.
Yeah, those are your people. That's your people. So.
Primo se primen. That's what I heard. And God damn, it went that way.
Got an echo.
Huh?
Somebody got an echo.
It probably was Mac Measy.
Oh.
Do I still have an echo?
You
no.
good now?
Oh, no, I hear it.
Who is that? Fulana?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Fulana?
What's up?
I closed it. I should stop echoing now.
All right.
Hey, Morena, you know each other or what?
Who?
You and Fulana?
We're cousins.
Yeah, we're cousins.
Oh, wow. Nice.
We primas, mejor dicho. Lord has a
So what is the asunto? Well, what are we talking about here?
Whatever you want to talk about, Nick Measy. No
yeah, I'll just jump in where you are. Pause. So I'm gonna be quiet and then just throw me the mic and then I want to talk about your peoples though, Ricky Martin.
Let's go with Ricky.
This is a superstition. Yeah,
and you gotta take an L. That was broken in childhood, right? When he joined the club, the group, and that carried on into adulthood, and that's who he is today. And he has sex with his cousin. And why are they trying to make it seem like he had sex with him when he was a minor? Why?
A nephew.
Okay, then.
Yeah, but that's incest, right?
Yeah, that's incest. That's why, and it's being charged in Puerto Rico, so it's like.
So incest is illegal?
Yeah.
As an adult?
Oh.
No, I'm just asking because you're adults, right? You're consenting adults?
Yeah, it depends on when it started, but I think it's illegal though. You know, I mean, this is your Jackson 5. This is your this we have the Jackson 5, you have Menudo. Yeah. Instead of singing Súbete al mi moto, he was singing Súbete.
I love Tommy.
Yeah, Súbete al mi bicho.
But Ricky Martin wasn't in the group when I liked Menudo, so no.
Yeah, I'm from your age, so I remember Menudo. Well, I used to live in PR when Menudo was popping, the one before him.
So you
know what I'm saying? I went to a concert because at that time I was living in a group home called Casa de Coqui in Rio Piedra.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little badass street kid out there, you know what I'm saying? But they took us one weekend to see fucking Menudo. So yeah.
Okay, I got to see them one time in the Bronx. Well, no, Madison Square Garden. So only one time. So okay, so give me some history on it because I don't really know the whole case.
They charged him with domestic abuse of a relative.
So he was putting his hands on him.
And that's a felony, and he's looking at nearly 50-year sentence if found guilty.
But that sounds ridiculous. Why 50 years if he just hit another man?
Ask the Puerto Ricans. It's in Puerto Rico.
Which Puerto Rican? The Puerto Rican, because there's two Puerto Ricans according to some people. You're not Puerto Rican if you wasn't born in New York. If you was born in New York, you was a fucking New Yorican, and you should shut up. Even though the
you can't tell no New Yorican that they ain't Puerto Rican, yo. You know that, Lord.
The Puerto Ricans tell them they're not Puerto Rican, though. That's a fact.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I know it's
they
true.
They've been trying to lord that shit over them. But hey, shout out to the New Yorkers. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I don't really know too much about that. But you gotta wait for the evidence. But in reality, what evidence is really out there right now? You know, I don't know if it's true or if it's false.
The guy said they dated for a year, and he broke up with Ricky Martin, and Ricky started stalking him.
Yeah, but how do you prove that though? Like so many years later.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right? Like because here's my thing. What a lot of people don't understand with the Cosby case is that set a new precedent that that you don't need physical evidence, right? to charge people with certain crimes, right? So it's based off of hearsay. So now if you can convict someone now off of hearsay, that's crazy. You only could be able to do that. He was only able to do that to black men, right? Now you can do that to any man now. It's like that's crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to diss black men, but I'm just saying we all know that's what happened. Like people made false claims, no evidence, they still get convicted, right? And it would go once in a while. They'll go get an other, right? They'll go get a Hispanic or a white guy, but like a star like this, if they can get him, if there's no real physical evidence, it's game over for anybody, for any man, right? Any man, it's game over. You could not even have met a woman and she could say you did something to her, or a man at that, and then you're just going to go to jail, right? Which is crazy.
That's the fact that you can make a charge like that and have no physical evidence. That's scary. So, so men must be worried about that, huh?
What was that?
Of course.
Men must be worried about that because you can be with a man and the next day say he raped me or he did this. I mean, he raped me or he did this or did that. Like, you know, and they'll take my word for it.
Well, he got raped. He said he was in a sexual relationship for a year with this guy, and he suffered physical and psychological abuse during the relationship.
No, but I'm saying that what Lord was saying about not having to have any physical evidence. That's why
you don't need it. You don't need it. It's just somebody crying wolf, you know, like, oh, he did.
Yeah, that's not.
Is he asking for money? That's what I want. If he's asking for money,
you know, the money thing gonna come out.
Yeah.
So if he's asking for money, it's hard for me to take that into account. Because why now?
His dad's the one that spoke up about it.
Yeah, somebody wants some money. That's what it is.
Of course, that's money.
Yeah.
But that's like messed up. So you're gonna ruin his career and his life potentially for that. He's gonna be like an R. Kelly probably, right?
Nah. R. Kelly had a real problem.
R. Kelly's worse, bro. R. Kelly was messing with kids. You know what I'm saying? This dude at least kept it in the family. Not that I condone that shit, but you know.
Tell us about it, Nick.
Nah, look, it's a tragedy, but look, he was essentially an adult when he was dealing with his family.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, now you're gonna cry wolf because you know what I'm saying. Whatever. I don't know. Look, it's just creepy. But these are two consenting adults that probably broke the law. Now, is the nephew also liable because he's an adult as well? Did he just snitch on himself? Are there text messages? Are there screenshots? Are there bussy pics? I mean, well, what's the evidence here? You know, it's gonna unfold, and I will be sitting back laughing while the Latinos take a L on this one.
You'll never let us forget it.
Hey, he's a white Latino, so you know, like
yeah.
Nah. There's no difference. There's no difference. Nah, the niggas with straight hair, Puerto Ricans are niggas with straight hair.
Who said that,
They are the reason that the club, the anti-auto theft fucking device was created. The niggas with straight hair, aka light-skinned Puerto Ricans.
No.
Yes, absolutely. Trust me. They're not gonna light-skinned Puerto Ricans for the most part don't get like white privilege. You know, they always get G-checked when they start flying a little too high. They look at that last name and they say, "Oh, whoa, look at the Sheens," right?
Yeah.
They were like Rodriguez's. They said, "Fuck that! I want a European."
Yeah. You know they are white. They are.
They were Estevez.
Estevez, yeah, and they changed it to Sheen. So they know the deal. They know the deal.
For one, right? But the one that didn't change it is the least famous.
Exactly.
Emilio. Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
For this stream, I'm identifying with my 20% European, which is why I have that picture. I'm a white man. This stream, so y'all gonna respect my white gangster.
Blood?
20? That's a lot.
What are you talking about? I only have 70% African. I only have 70% African. And 19% European and about 11% what they call Native American.
I saw you on the stream telling somebody about being Native American, Nakmizi. Tú eres malo, tú eres malísimo.
What do you mean? Whose stream was it?
Esa mujer estaba llorando.
Yo, I keep it 100. I tell the truth though. You know what I'm saying? Like my black people gotta stop fucking trying to claim everything else that we're not. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we was kings, we was Indians, we was everything except who we are, man. Like being Black American for me, and being whatever you are for any people they should be proud of that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Why are you gonna try to swagger jack and become an Indian and they're like the least relevant people in America? Like, stop it.
Yeah. No, you made some good points. I was just like, damn, but you like that was a woman. Like, take it easy. You did her like you did me on your stream.
Negative. I treated her with kid gloves, you know. And I was protecting you on my stream. Like I told everybody to fall back. Right. But you came in hot looking for beef. And you know when the blacks swarm, we swarm crazy. So they they smelt that sazon on your ass and they went crazy.
You didn't have to play the
what was it?
Yo, how embarrassing was that? I was like, I don't even like that song. Rico. You were terrible, like crazy. You almost had me crying too. That was not cool.
It's okay. I'll sing you Spanish lullabies.
Okay. Oh,
shout out to Blood Moon. She doesn't speak to me anymore, but it's all good. How you doing?
What'd you do to her?
I blocked her, and I have to admit, I did it wasn't by accident. It was like an all black stream, so I had to block her for that stream, and then I bought her. I unblocked her, and she saw through the bullshit. So I apologize, Blood Moon. I apologize, and I admit my wrongdoings.
Good, Lindo. He apologized. So, all right. So, we got through the incest. Joe spoke about immigrants being abused in this country. I think that was the beam that got Nakmeezy here. The food shortage we talked about. Mentiroso. I went back and I was still blocked. She checked Nakmeezy. She's still blocked.
No, she's unblocked for real. I want Blood Moon. I don't do YouTube like that because it takes too much preparation. I felt like I was pandering for super chats and shit. I'm gonna be a brash Brooklyn dude. I don't care how much money you pay. And at the end of the day, my time is worth more than getting on YouTube just entertaining people. You know? My FBA people think I'm too soft on foreigners. The foreigners think I'm too hard on them. I'm just me, man. I just keep it 100. I might do a stream called Pirates of the Caribbean where I break down the importation of drugs into the black community by you Caribbean terrorists. Yeah. And I got receipts. Everything from the Jerry Curls, the Dominican drug gang from Washington Heights in the 80s, to the Trinitarios, to the Jamaican shower posse, to all the.
To say that guns were put on ADOS heads and they were forced to sell drugs and make money?
No, not at all. What I'm saying is that it becomes New York culture, becomes American culture, but people just try to say Black Americans are responsible for dealing drugs, and it's really just poor people, and a lot of them happen to be foreign blacks. But the Jamaicans actually they introduced the hyper violence into the drug game with the shower posse. You had the shower posse, you had JMF, Jamaican mafia family, who went to war with the guerrilla mafia in Philly. It was a whole bunch of stuff, but it was the Jamaicans that really brought that hyper violence. If you're from New York, you remember the whole thing where, Jamaicans, they shoot people. Jamaicans is crazy because they came, bringing the smoke.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do you still live in America?
Nah, nope. I'll be back in like 6 months though.
So you left America for good? You just coming to visit?
Nah, I'm getting money in Europe, so I'm just learning everything that I need to learn. Look, the white man and the Industrial Revolution started in Western Europe, so for me to master my craft, I had to come here, make connections in America, go back. Now I'm gonna take over the game when I get back.
Okay. How are gas prices in Europe?
They're expensive as hell, and they keep rising. So I don't know what the hell's going on. And when we say Europe, I'm in Holland, right? which is a cannibalistic society. A car that you pay 40,000 euro for in Belgium costs you 48,000 here. To import a Corvette from America, a Corvette that costs 40,000 in America would cost you 110,000 here, and all that is taxes. They tax you to the point where you can't grow. You're just like a plant where you'll live and you'll have a decent quality of life, but you'll never become like super rich here. And it's weird. They just tax the shit out of their people.
Yeah, so they want to feed the system so they can spend more on welfare programs.
Actually, they did welfare reform in, I think it was around the time that the euro came in. There was he was like the Trump of that time. His name was Pim Fortuyn, and they shot his ass because he was basically like, Holland first. The borders are full. We got to reform welfare. So they reformed welfare, because people would move from Morocco, work in Holland, and then stay signed in Holland, but then get welfare money living in Morocco and doing it for the Caribbean and all of that. So they had a whole bunch of schemes that they don't allow anymore, but I think they went too far. Here, if you drive a car that weighs over like 3,000, actually whatever the weight, you have to pay weight tax. If you have a pet, you have to pay pet tax. Like, to have a dog, you have to pay tax on your dog. If you have like a Ford, Expedition, when them shits was out, you would be paying like 400 euro a month just for the weight of the car. It's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, shout out to Europe though. They about to go bankrupt.
That's what I'm getting out. I'm getting a bag, and I'm coming back to the greatest country of the world, America.
America's about to default on their fucking debt too.
Yeah, but we got the biggest gun, so a default ain't shit if they can't come collect it. You heard me?
Yeah, that's not really how that works, but okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I know that it's more intricate than that, but look, debt, is, if you can't really reinforce or enforce that person to pay you, then what is it? It just means you got beat out your bread.
China holds most of our debt, right?
Absolutely.
China can cripple the United States, man. Like most items from America is made in China, right? So it's like the notion that if China, this is why we haven't really put sanctions against China, because China can really hurt us really badly with their industrial society and with the debt that they owe us. And make no mistake, the World Bank, right? They don't play that. They don't play favoritism. America has defaulted on its loan several times, and it had to make adjustments to its budget because of it. So that they got the biggest gun stuff. That sounds good, right? But what are they gonna do? Bomb everybody? Nah, that's not gonna happen.
We're not gonna literally bomb, but like, we've defaulted, right? And what were the consequences of our default?
The dollar was devalued at the time, and we had to readjust our budget to pay down our debt at the time. But then more new people come into office, and then they just rack up more debt and print more money. But this time is different now. We have to get essentially $30 trillion out of the global market, right? So they're gonna cripple. They're going to cripple American people. They said that unemployment either needs to be 10% for 1 year or 6% for 3 years, which I think if they're saying that means it's worse. That means it's going to need to be 10% for at least 3 years. I say 5, right? But they're going to cripple working people, and they're going to raise. They have to raise interest rates. They've been raising interest rates by like 75 percentage points, 100 percentage points, and it still hasn't done nothing but just leveled it out because they keep printing more money and sending it abroad. So they can't stop printing money. They're going to have to cut social programs, and they're going to have to raise taxes, and they're going to have to stop printing money in order for them to be able to pay back the debt. Because the more they raise interest rates, the more money we'll owe on our debt, right? And they'll get to a point where we owe so much more. We are the interest on our debt will be so high, we won't be able to pay the interest, right? And what they'll have to do, they'll have to print more money to pay the interest, right? Because they're not going, they're weak. They won't cut. So, well, actually, the Republicans are going in office. They'll definitely cut social programs. But for the most part, if they cut social programs, they'll be out in 2 years, right? Or 4 years. And the Democrats will be right back in. But then they'll print more money and they'll set us up in a situation where we have to default. It's inevitable. It's literally inevitable.
Let me ask you a question, brother, Lord Hawkidge. America has the biggest economy in the world, right?
No, it doesn't. No,
well, who does? Who does?
Okay, let me. America on paper has the biggest economy, but if you adjust the economy for commodities, right? China has the biggest economy.
All right. So, you almost proved my point. Hold on, brother. I don't want you to think I'm going somewhere I'm not. So on paper, we're the biggest economy, and then it's China. Yes. This is why they're playing a game. They're playing with each other. So that's why we can default on their loans. But I think that we're probably their biggest market anyway, one of their biggest customers. So it's really, they're in a dance, a financial dance. We all know that China has been manipulating their currency as well. That shit gets, we turn a blind eye to that. So they're playing a game. They're the two biggest boys in the block. And I think the fact that we owe them money is we're paying them in some other way. And that's what Trump was trying to get under control.
Yeah. Part of that is right, but part of that, what you don't really see is that when we raise interest rates and we start scaling back, the jobs. See, America is a service-based industry, meaning there are people that work at McDonald's, there are people that they're maids, right? These people do these low-level service-type jobs, right? They don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So those are the type of jobs that usually go first whenever liquidity is pulled out of the market, right? So once we start pulling liquidity out of the market, our GDP will drop down. Once our GDP, we already dropped down twice, right? 2 quarters, you're in a recession. They just won't admit that we're in a recession. Everyone smart knows we're in a recession.
We're in a recession, absolutely.
Yeah,
go on.
We're in a recession. So you have to adjust. That's why I say you have to adjust for commodities, because once they start pulling the liquidity out of the market, jobs dry up. All of those service-based jobs will dry up. China, on the other hand, has far more control of their dollar, right? And they have far more control over their economy, right? So I believe that by 2025, China's going to be the biggest economy, flat out, because we're going into a commodities boom, right? And China's going to do really, really well. Russia's going to do really, really well. India's going to do really, really well. Iran's going to do really, really well, right? So, and that's going to hurt the United States, right?
Lord, I think still with all that, America's the greatest country on the planet. It has always been, and it will always.
I don't disagree with that.
So we're going to go through some rough times, but I'm going to tell you now, I still pay my child support in America. And I was surprised actually, in 1 week, I'll be done paying my child support. So we're going to have a child support ending party. But it's crazy that when the last time I sent it, the dollar was stronger than the euro. I said, what the hell? For the first time in 20 years, the dollar was on par with the euro. That was last week, but it was with the fees and stuff. I came up short on my euros. I said, what the hell is going on? It was actually Ukraine. But like you said, to wrap up, because my phone is about to die, yes, we're in a recession. Everybody who heard the brother say that, pay attention. And I'm stacking and saving like we're in a recession. And those service jobs, if you're working in a service job, like if you're the key holder for Pioneer, like my sister is, then you better make sure that you start looking at other jobs or careers that can't be replaced by immigrants or computers. All right, I'm out.
Peace. Sundown, how are you?
Yo.
Hey, Sundown. How are you?
Chilling. So I want to take the conversation way back, because I just had a question that I wanted to ask Falana, which was on the last stream. Unfortunately, you're not with your mother anymore. So Cuba in itself is a poor country, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that if Americans were to go over there and start hitting those tourist areas and starting to bring like their American mindset over to Cuba, do you think that it would rub off on the Cubans, and do you think that it would put Cubans in a deeper hole? Because if it's already poor, the money is going to, or the US dollar is going to go over there and it's going to have more value. So the cost of living and everything is going to go up.
That already happened. They're already influenced by Americans, by Canadians, by Europeans that all go over there. I've traveled there, a number of times, and they don't use the American dollar. They do cash it in for you and give you a different type of money.
Oh, okay.
You're not connected, Lauren. I don't know. It says device not connected.
Nah, because that's what I was wondering, because a lot of times when Americans, or say like richer countries, start to go into poorer countries, it makes it even harder for the locals.
Right.
Because then the cost of living and everything goes up, because they're trying to bring in that outside influence. Kind of like it was back in the 20s and the 30s when the mob was over there and they had that US dollar flowing in, and Batista was good because he was getting paid under the table, but everybody else was struggling.
The outside influence is already there.
That was like a pseudo democracy, though, right? Sundown, so it was able to benefit those who are able to get in where they fit in. But under Castro, they always had like Europeans there. The Europeans and the Canadians were always there. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, they were always there. Even when the Russians were there.
Yeah, because I know that they had like a kind of like a. Hold on one second. Let me close this. Mm-hmm. I know that they had a relationship with Russia, but I didn't know that like Canada and a lot of other European countries were going to Cuba as well.
A lot of them over there.
It's almost like when they talk about Haiti, right? You see all the poorness and the misery and stuff. And I didn't know that there was Europeans that travel there and they got like resorts and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't know it was like that. And Cuba has, I believe that's what I saw, Fulana, like where the Europeans are.
It's all owned by the government, all that.
Yeah. Okay. But it's not. This looks like the rest of the country. Like I'm not sure where.
You can book an Airbnb in Cuba. You can book an Airbnb in Cuba.
Okay.
Yeah, I know like maybe two or three.
But I know that they have tourist areas. There's a YouTuber talking about that.
I can hear Sundown. He was saying something.
What? I'm sorry.
Oh no! What I was saying is like a couple of years ago, didn't they kind of lift the embargo? Or wasn't there an attempt
to try to, and then
embargo?
I think what's his name? Put it back.
Yeah.
Put it back.
Because I remember talking to some people and they were like, hey, now's the time to go to Cuba, travel to Cuba if you want to go, because, a lot of the sanctions and stuff have been lifted.
Oh, very
short-lived. Stopping there.
Yeah, I think that was short-lived. They still got the cruise ship though, right, Fly?
I don't think so.
No?
When
told me you can go
from
Miami, I heard you can go, supposedly. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. Nobody helps Cuba because the USA has that embargo. Yup. Yeah. Hate cultural. Yeah, they do.
Like when I go with extra luggage, like full of stuff for my family.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's what you were saying earlier.
Fulana, tell them how you used to have to get to Cuba. How many countries you had to cross to get to Cuba?
Well, the first time I went straight from JFK.
Mm-hmm.
The second time I went through Cancun, and the third time I went through JFK to Fort Lauderdale to Cuba. So it wasn't too bad. Before that, when my sister and my mother and them went, they were going like through Canada, Mexico, things like that.
Like that's crazy, right? I have to go north, then back south to get there, or to go to Sorry, Lord. I figured out I needed to kick you out so that you can get back in.
That's all good.
But yeah.
But what you were saying was right. You know how we talk behind the scenes and stuff like that, and we were saying how like people have this this kind of image of what a lifestyle is or how a government is run because they're young and that's all they know, but they don't know what life was before
Right.
that whole situation happened. Because I mean, you can look at, it's a lot of countries out there that you can look at that had a really bad era and people grew up in it, and then they had an era before that. You had like China before, Mao Zedong took over, made it the People's Republic. Then you had like Cambodia. So it's not just like a lot of these Latin American countries. It's a lot of countries out there that people grow up and they think that it's one way or they're used to it, but they don't understand what life was like before or after. Because, different forms of government come in and they go. You said the same thing about Italy. When Italy was going through like the fascist era, you could say the same thing about Germany when it was an empire before it became, the Germany that everybody hates.
Yeah.
So it's not just Latin America, but it's always good to have that person come on and be able to be like, no, you think it's like this, but this is how it was before.
Right.
And I'm telling you this because I lived in that era.
Right. So my mother like pretty much tells us, and then plus she took us to Cuba to show us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I know my experience visiting there was a lot different than her experience visiting there, but I took a lot of it back with me. I stayed for 21 straight days with family, not in a hotel, not taking showers like a normal person, lights out at 6, no hot water. I did it all while I was there.
So do you think an American presence would be good there or bad?
It's there already. The money's there. The things that they have, the things there. They're just now getting all their cell phones, and to use Wi-Fi, you have to be in a government building or whatever to get the Wi-Fi, because that's what I had to do when I was there. So everybody knows where there's Wi-Fi. It's in like parks and down in like the city of Havana by the hotels and stuff. So it's weird, but it's nice. I mean, I'll go back 100 times.
But both of you guys been there, right, Lord? You went to Cuba too, right?
Nah, I've been to Miami though.
That's why you said you went to Cuba. Okay.
It is not the same.
I ain't never been to Cuba or Miami. Cuba's actually on my list of places I really want to go. I really want to go too before it opens up. So
listen, I rented a car.
Still be authentic Cuba, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you say, Falana? I'm sorry.
We rented a car. We went 8 hours out into a whole nother neighborhood. I mean, it was crazy. No GPS, no nothing. Just pulling over, asking for directions. It was nice. Mm-hmm. It was an experience.
Yeah, they don't got Google Maps in Cuba?
First time meeting my grandmother for the first time. It was a lot.
What did you say, Lord?
They don't got Google Maps in Cuba?
I don't know about now. When I was driving there, we were just asking people on the road.
Shout out to the good old days.
I wanted to ask Nagmee's a question.
He's gone. So, I'll answer it for you. What's the question?
Oh, no. So I was gonna say, like, here's something that y'all might not know.
Okay.
So, in a lot of European countries,
mm-hmm.
when you see these people that have, say, like, you see a person that has a Ferrari, right, or a Lambo, or they might have a really, really expensive car. I didn't know until one of the locals had told me, you know how you take a house loan?
Yeah.
They have that same kind of loan, but for those vehicles. So those people aren't rich. They just took out the equivalent of a house loan for one of those cars.
Oh,
so
wow.
It might take them X amount of years to pay that car off, but they didn't, go there and drop money on it. They had to get one of those loans. I was like, what?
Wow.
That's why you don't really see supercars out there like that.
Right. Okay. You know what I am seeing a lot of, especially over here? Teslas. I was like, are they giving Teslas away? Because a lot of people own it on this side of Texas. Did you see that when you were staying in Texas on Sunday?
Oh, let's see. The car that I saw the most. Let's see, what car did I see the most if I saw one? It was.
But I thought Teslas were like hard to get your.
There were a lot of Teslas when I was living in Atlanta. I saw a lot of Teslas there, but in Dallas, let me see. I saw more. People have more Porsches. I think that was the. If you want to get into like high end cars, the average car I saw was a Porsche. I didn't really see Teslas like that.
I see
But
Tesla
in Atlanta, so in Lenox Square Mall, they had the docks, like the charging docks, and you would see like 50 something Teslas in the Lenox Square parking lot. People just going up there and plugging their car in so their car could charge.
Oh, he said you get credit for Tesla. Word. Okay.
Tesla's, man, I don't see why people buy them cars, man.
Yeah, those cars are ugly.
It looks like the buggy, just a bigger. What do you call those buggy car? Those cars. It's the Volkswagen Bug. It looks like that, but like longer.
The Beetle.
Bit. Yeah, the Beetle. That's what it looks like. It looks like that, but longer. Lord and the green keyboard.
It's to me the only reason I don't like a Tesla vehicle is because one, they're poorly made, right? They cost a lot of money, right? They nickel and dime you for everything. If initially he said charging will always be free, now he charges for charging at super stations, right? And also the customer service is horrible, right? I've seen a couple of videos where one guy was posting a video that they delivered his car with no brakes, and he kept contacting them, like, hey, listen, you guys delivered my car with no brakes. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna fix it. We're missing the parts and and they wanted him to pay to have his car towed to their shop to get fixed. It's like, no, you have to do that, right? To me, I'm not saying that they're horrible vehicles. I'm just saying, for me, and then if you live in anywhere where it's cold, it's like, yo, just when it gets cold, cut your battery time in half, right? Like, at this point, yeah, the cold drains your batteries. So, no, I'm good. I'm good on Tesla. It's not saying I never.
So it's better than what's the other car that has both?
Hybrid?
Has a car, yeah, the hybrid. So technically, which one is supposed to be better then?
Listen, I'll settle for a good old gasoline, a good old Toyota any day, good old Honda any day. Like, say what you want, but I rock. I will not get a electric vehicle until Toyota make one. So once Toyota makes an electrical vehicle, I might consider buying it, because Toyota makes vehicles you can repair easily. Teslas, you can't repair them, and they don't support right to repair. They don't.
Isn't that who makes Lexus? Lexus is made by them, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's why, like, if you want a reliable car, get a Lexus.
Yep, reliable.
Well, Lexus is a Toyota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a Toyota, I can't remember what. I think it's is it IS, right? 250 or something like that. You could switch the parts out of that and the Camry, and it's like the same parts, right? It's the same thing with, like, Honda owns Acura and Infiniti, right? They just changed the name.
Infiniti is owned by Nissan.
Is it? I thought Infiniti was owned by Honda.
No, I think it's Nissan for sure.
You might be right. It's still the Japanese vehicles. What they do is they have one budget and one premium, like, company and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like Genesis is made by Hyundai. They just got their own little emblem.
Yep, you're right.
And Genesis,
never heard of Genesis.
Everybody.
Never heard of Genesis. Genesis is another car too? Jeez.
Oh, you never heard of Genesis?
Never.
Yeah, it's a Korean car. It's a Korean
Genesis
car.
Is nice.
Yeah,
they got an SUV. The SUV is real nice.
It looks like a Range Rover.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because China has some electric vehicles with better batteries, and they're cheaper too. The cars itself is cheaper, right? So it's like man, because they basically just stole all of Elon's technology when he wanted to open his factory over there, because he wanted that Chinese money.
But what else did he have though? He didn't just make cars, right? What is he known for?
PayPal, SpaceX, right?
You talking about Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Yo, didn't it come out that he fabricated?
Didn't he have children with his one of his coworkers?
Yeah, his executives. Yeah, shout out to him smashing the executive.
Well, he is special, isn't he? He's like special.
Well, he is African American, so you know. What I'm saying?
No, is he like special?
He has Asperger's or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So, you know.
No, didn't it come out that he kind of when Doggy Coin first came out and everybody was like, hop on Doggy Coin, it's gonna take off, it's gonna be the next Bitcoin. And he put in like a bunch of stuff for Doggy and then it ended up flopping.
Well, kind of. He was trying to back Dogecoin as an actual currency because he was saying that Bitcoin. But here's the thing, right? You're going to tell me that he said that he didn't know at the time how energy intensive cryptocurrencies were and how low transactional they are compared to like Visa card and MasterCard. It was just like I highly doubt that, but okay, maybe, you know. But I don't think he got in trouble. Someone's suing him for it, but I don't think no one's gonna get any money from it.
He didn't do anything illegal. He just kind of, you know how like you tell somebody, hey, put a bunch of money down on this, and then they put a bunch of money down. That's kind of how he did with Dogcoin.
Yeah, he was basically social media influencing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him though, you know what I mean? Smashing your executive, having twins, you know what I mean? He got more kids than Future. I'm just saying.
I thought Future had like 15 kids.
No, I think it's like 6 or 7.
Who's
one with like 15 kids? Is that is it Young Thug?
No, I think that's Nick Cannon.
Yeah, Nick Cannon. That's what I was about to say. Nick Cannon. Like, what the hell is he what is he thinking? Like, why don't he just keep a harem? Why don't he just keep everybody in one house and go from wife to wife? And
he got at least 3 on the way, they said.
Yeah, so he's purposely doing that. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, but like, it's not his fault. If you notice,
yeah, it is. He's purposely doing that. He's purposely doing it that way.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? If you know this dude got 15 kids by 15 different people, and you have a kid with him, like that's your fault. You know what this guy is. You know what he's like his game is.
Well, I think for the women it's a come up. I'm talking about him though. Like he's spreading himself really thin. I mean, is he still really that paid? Even like after they took his show and all that, like does he still have that?
He got his show back.
Broke, huh?
He got the show back.
Yeah, but like he has a lot of money, right? Like he's one of those people who you don't think is paid, but he really is paid.
Right. He's super paid.
Yeah, so you know, I don't know. For the women, it's a come up. I mean, if I had a kid by him, I know I'm gonna be set, right? Depending on how long he keeps his money. So I don't know, but I don't know what his plan is. Like, why does he want to have? Like, what kind of example is he showing his kids by having them by different women like that? Like, are they all gonna grow up together? You know, I don't get it.
Yeah, you hear that a lot. Where like families that like really big families like that, the kids don't have like any kind of really good relationship with each other because they're so spread out.
Because I don't even think he has them like let's say with one of the mothers, he'll have 3 kids and another one will have, you know what I'm saying? So they can be like siblings. Like, I don't know. I have siblings from my father's side. I mean, we're all close, but there's not. Damn, there is about 14 of us, but he didn't have as many. He didn't have 14 kids, 14 women. I mean, like with each woman, he had a couple of kids. So I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't get it.
But still, like, you're not gonna know your siblings. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he has lupus.
We all knew each other. He made sure we all knew each other. What happened, Lord?
He has lupus, I think, or some kind of disease.
Nick Cannon?
He says, yeah. He has some kind of like disease. He says he doesn't know he could die at any time. And he never really, like, I think that's true. I think Blood Moon is right. Mariah Carey did have to pay him alimony, but he actually never really got over Mariah Carey. He actually said in an interview that he regrets them getting divorced and he wish he would have stayed together.
And whose idea was that? Who initiated the divorce?
I honestly don't know.
It seems like a J-Lo and Mark Anthony type thing, right? It seemed like it was almost the same type of situation. Oh, he does have lupus. Okay, I never heard of him having lupus. So, So, what's the verdict with R. Kelly? Because I've seen a couple of streams dedicated to R. Kelly this week. Like, did something change? Isn't he doing time? Isn't it gonna stay that way?
I don't know. I don't really keep up with anything like that.
Oh God!
I haven't kept up with R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, man, he hitting that remix to Ignition in jail right now. That's what he's doing.
But I don't know. I guess I don't know if they're from Chicago, but they was like free R. Kelly. I saw 2 streams dedicated to R. Kelly, like to free R. Kelly.
Oh, because he was attacked. It says he experienced nightmares after inmates attacked him in a cell.
Get the fuck out of here! I thought he was fine. The last video I saw of him, he was like singing. What did you send that to me for? He was singing his ass off.
Probably so.
Oh, they gave him 30 years. They gave him 30 years. Oh. Okay, so he's there for good. R. Kelly's engaged to that
He's
woman.
probably gonna die.
Get out. He's probably gonna die there?
Yeah, he's probably gonna die in prison.
Yeah.
Nah, he gonna file an appeal and he gonna get off. Watch. Like
he ain't got no money, you said though, right? Didn't you say he ain't got no money?
He ain't got no money, but he'll file an appeal. He'll get off. Trust me. Listen, man. Listen, R. Kelly was like, why you think all these artists all sound the same right now? Because R. Kelly was writing so much music for people, it was ridiculous. People do not know how many songs that man was writing for individuals. Like they gonna listen. He gonna sing his way to freedom. Like stop.
Wasn't he illiterate though? I heard he was illiterate.
You keep saying that. How can you be illiterate and write songs? How can you be illiterate and produce like that? Like how can you be illiterate and do all those things? I think that's a lot.
There's a lot of magicians that I'm not saying magicians. It's a lot of musicians. Sorry. There's a lot of musicians out there that are like functionally illiterate.
But what's illiterate?
What was that girl's name? What was the black chick that won American Idol? Fantasia. She was illiterate. Fantasia. Yeah, she was illiterate.
Yeah, but she's just a singer. She doesn't do all the bad the
right. She's a writer too.
She's a writer too.
You could sing the song and someone could write it for you.
Yeah, you just record it.
You just record it, or you just say, "Hey, write this down for me," right? You know, skibbity bop. Michael Jackson never knew how to read or write music, and he would make music all the time, right? He talked about how he would just let the music come to him, and he'll do the beat with his mouth, he'll hum it, and then he'll tell someone, "Hey, play this, do this, take that away." And he'll just like make it up in his head, and then somebody will just create the sound for him, or play it on the piano or something like that. Like, listen, man, some people just have that gift, right?
Yeah,
you just do.
The other guy, he had a gift too. It's messed up because he used to beat women. He was in the Beatles. The guy that got killed.
John Lennon?
Yeah.
He beat the Asian guy?
No, he said in one of his magazine interviews, he said how he used to beat women.
Shout out to beating women. Damn, why you nigga beating women, man?
Jesus Christ, Lord, you would co-sign
no,
that. I can't see John Lennon do that. He seemed like such a wuss.
That's a good thing. I'm just saying, like, ugh.
I don't know.
He admitted to it?
Huh?
Yeah, it was in a magazine interview. He said that he would he said like, and when he was younger, he used to, if a woman said some stuff, he would like punch him in the mouth and stuff like that.
Wow. Wow. And Lord say, shout out to the you're an ass.
Listen, I shout out everybody, man.
Wow, I just read it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He was punching chicks in the face.
His women.
So
told you.
What's going on with Emmett Till? I'm hearing that. What's going on with that?
So what they're saying is they're trying to get her because they had an old arrest warrant. They never actually used that warrant to arrest her. And, it came out after the case. You all know that case was rigged. They were going to get off. Like, it was an all-white jury.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're trying to say is she fabricated a bunch of information. She said that he grabbed her on the hip. He whistled at her. He told her that he had gotten white girls before, or whatever, a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said. Then she took all that stuff back, and basically she lied on this kid and got this kid murdered. So a lot of people are trying to push to get that warrant updated to where they can arrest her and bring her to trial.
All right.
That's crazy.
But I thought, okay, so I knew that was happening, or I thought there was something new regarding that. That's why.
Yeah, just the warrant. They were trying to get that warrant updated to where they can arrest her. But look, I said before, they arrested that 90-year-old Nazi guy for what he did at the concentration camps. They can bring her in.
Mm-hmm. True. But how old is she now? Yeah, I would just on principle alone, they should do that.
Listen, she a white woman. They ain't letting that. They ain't sacrificing Granny for y'all.
They
Not
need
for
to
y'all.
They need to start doing that. Emmett Till would have been like in his 70s right now, right? Not sure if you know this, but the next major versus battle is going to be between Chris Brown and Usher. Who y'all got? I got Chris Breezy.
Only ghetto people care about
the versus
battle.
Hold on.
I said what I said.
Listen, the best versus was the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire.
I missed that. Really?
That was a classic. Yeah, that was a classic.
I missed that. That would have been good. That would have definitely been good.
Listen, the only versus battle I want to see is the LGBT community versus the Jewish community. That would be the best versus battle ever. Who could get who?
What community is more protected?
who could get who cancel the fastest, bro?
You know.
Let's
find out, Lord. Let's find out, Lord.
What I'm saying? Like, facts. Who was more oppressed? You know.
Nah, you already know.
I got my money on it. I don't know. Listen, the LGBT, they win. They taking wins now. Women don't exist no more. There ain't no such thing. It's not such thing as a woman. It's birthing persons, right? Women with people with menstrual cycle. There's no such thing as women.
We could all find out. See how long we'll be at our jobs and shit.
But listen. Listen, the LGBT community run deep because it wasn't until recently that they could come out the closet. So you got to think of how many people are in high places that were secretly LGBT their whole life.
Always there. The thing is that they were always there. Now they could just be out and doing it, but they were always there. Look what Johnny Mills put. I want to see Mint Condition versus Tony. That would be a dope versus.
Tony sweeps them motherfuckers.
Hard. You think so? Mint Condition?
Mint Condition got 2 songs.
No, they don't.
Name 3. Name 3.
Hold on, let me Google it.
Look, the only song I remember from Tony was "It Never Rains in Southern California." That's the only song I remember.
So really? No. That catalog
is
huge.
Water, right? As well.
From Lay Your Head Under My Pillow, Anniversary.
Lay Your Head on My Pillow, and see?
It Feels Good. Yeah, you're right. I know a whole lot. You're right. You're right.
Hey, Third Wall, baby. I ain't say they don't got jams. But they're gonna get sweet. They're gonna get sweet, man.
He said, "I got Usher, Chris Brown, but I got hit singles, but Usher overall better albums." That's true. Well, he's been out longer. Plus that one album, Confessions. Yes, you're right. What you gonna say, Lauren?
Listen, after Omarion versus
that was hilarious.
After what's his name, Mario had Black Air Force energy all day, like all day. He came there with with looking skinny fat, with the motherfucking the coat open and shitted on Omarion, Bootleg B2K, Tank, Ray J, off singing Ash. Like, listen, that man came in there like a juggernaut. Was like, yeah.
Because Omarion's a dancer. He's not a singer. He's a dancer.
We was on the same record label. They put me on the back burner for you, so I'm about to shit on you and your whole crew. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna fuck your bitches when I'm done. That motherfucker was.
It was like what's the face against Jim Jones and them? What? Oh my God!
Yes,
Jadakiss.
Basically, the Locks versus Jadakiss.
No, Jadakiss versus
I'm sorry. Yeah, Dipset versus Jadakiss. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That was crazy.
How did y'all not see that ass whooping coming? Like, I knew it. I was like, yo, they're about to get swept.
I failed on that shit. Hardcore.
You thought Dipset had a chance?
I thought they had a chance. Yeah, because they had two artists that had a great career outside of that. So they played those records. But it's like Jadakiss just shitted on them. Like just disrespected them. And I really forgot about all the shit that the Locks did with Bad Boy too. I just forgot about that. Right? It's just ridiculous. Like Mint Condition versus Tony. It's like putting up Shine versus 50 Cent. Like it's not like it's like no one's rooting for Shine. Like
wow.
Sorry. Listen, Pretty Brown Eyes is my jam, but it's like, you know what I mean? And Lay Your Head on My Pillow was great too, but it's like after that,
what did Mint Condition have? Mint Condition had to have had more songs. I know.
Those are the two bangers.
Let me see. Mint Condition hits. Because I only think of one. Shit, what about what was they talking about? Scarface and Ice Cube?
What?
I'm not familiar with Scarface.
Hold on, wait, what are you talking about? Wait, what did he say? Highlight that comment.
He still wants to. He said, "I still want that supposed rumor of the versus battle between Ice Cube and Scarface, but not sure if it's gonna happen."
Oh,
so, nah, you gotta have.
Oh,
Ice Cube go against Ice-T. You have to have Ice Cube go against Ice-T. Clearly, you know what I mean.
Ice-T.
Yo, that'll be a good match.
Okay, here we go. Wait. So Mint Condition had Breaking My Heart. What Kind of Man Could I Be? That was the shit right there. What kind of man would I be?
Okay.
You Send Me Swinging.
Yes.
You Don't Have to Hurt No More. Yes. And Nothing Left to Say. I think,
okay.
Let me see.
They have 5. Okay. Now I'm going to do 2 and I'm going to hurt your feelings right now.
Oh, no. I know. If I named 5, I named 5. So then that means I got 20. Because I have a bad memory.
They had Anniversary, Let's Get Down, Feel So Good, whatever, and Me. They had like just straight bangers. You know what I mean?
They did. They've been out over 20 years.
It Never Rains. They have Lay Your Head on My Pillow, right? They basically have.
If I Had No Loop, Slow Wine. Oh, Slow Wine. I forgot about Slow Wine. Just Me and You.
Yeah. They're basically killing everybody, right?
You're right. They have the House Party Jam. Yes.
I still listen to Tony. It's like 3 songs I listen to from Mint Condition still, right?
Okay, so which is the one that you use to get the ass?
They get listeners.
I know you use one. So which one?
Listen, Pretty Brown Eyes will always be like it's a super simp song, but listen, it's a great one, and I'll play it on repeat. I'm simping when I hear that song.
Oh, not Lord.
Listen, it's okay to sit once in a while when you're getting some buns. You know what I mean? And then once you're done, you hit it with the Arthur meme and you bounce. Call it a day.
Oh, I'm still traumatized.
You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging.
Yeah, they are the shit. Gotta go with Scarface.
Kanye versus Drake. Kanye wins all day. You gotta do Kanye versus Jay-Z. You gotta.
Yes.
You gotta do because it is literally the student versus the teacher, right? That's literally what it is. And
not really
crazy. Kanye's just crazy though. That's all it is. That's what people focus on. His kookiness.
But Kanye had writers. His whole college dropout.
So did Jay-Z.
Late registration. They all had ghostwriters.
Not for the whole thing, but I get what you're saying. He did have some everybody has ghostwriters.
They all have writers.
They all have ghostwriters. All of them. Right? All of them. Everybody has Drake has ghostwriters, right?
Oh,
Jay-Z has ghostwriters.
The king of ghostwriters. I don't think he says he doesn't put and shit.
You know what's so funny? Kanye could literally play some of Jay-Z's tracks because he made the beats for them shits.
Okay.
He could be like, yo, I'm taking that shit. You can rap on it for me because I made the beat.
Right?
Yo, that's like Jay-Z when they played that Still DRE because he wrote that song.
Yeah.
I didn't know he wrote Snoop Dogg's part 2. So Snoop Dogg was like at the Super Bowl.
Oh, wow.
When he saw Jay-Z singing, he was like, man, I couldn't even say anything because he wrote the song.
Yeah, he did. He did.
See, this is a true statement. He said, but Kanye is the architect of most of Jay-Z's albums, especially the Blueprint.
Facts.
And that's what propelled Jay-Z. Wasn't the Blueprint what propelled Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what took him for a year. So then,
because he was on a downward spiral. I think he went at Nas to kind of save his career.
But even that, right? Who won that battle? Was it Nas or?
On paper, I would say Jay-Z did. Because if you listen to the Takeover, he came with like facts. And facts and statistics.
In New York, I was in New York when Nas dropped Ether, Jay-Z, it was done for Jay-Z. It was over for Jay-Z. Because Jay-Z struck first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nas Ether ended the game. Ether was on repeat. They just stopped playing Jay-Z song. That's how fire that shit was. And Flex was like, boom. Boom. Yo, this is crazy.
I don't think so, man. I think the Blueprint, like from a battle standpoint, was better.
But the Blueprint was after, wasn't it? After
Ether.
It was after.
Nah. Ether kind of sounded just emotional. He was just going in and he was just saying stuff. But like Jay-Z had facts.
Nah, what? Oh, okay. Everybody my friend.
Well, not to diss Sundown, but Sundown's not from New York, Lord.
It's true.
Thank God. Rat dogs. Gotta have rat dogs. Crackheads on the subway.
Sundown has this obsession with New York City rats. I think he's like the Pied Piper of the New York City rats when he goes to New York. He's gonna call them all. You and Denise have this obsession with the rats.
Crackheads, crazy crackheads.
I don't think we see the crackheads like that. There's more crackheads out here than there was in New York. I was like, who still does crack? Like,
or no, not crackheads. I'm saying them crazy people that be on the subway.
They aren't even dying anymore.
Why you laughing, Third? It's not funny, Third. My favorite
Third said Jay-Z won the battle. I don't think Jay won the war because Jay's commercial success came from Beyonce. If you really think about it, it came from Beyonce and Kanye. Right?
That was a good union though with Beyonce getting her.
That would be a good one. Tribe Called Quest versus De La Soul. That'd be a good one.
That would be a good one.
But I think Tribe Called Quest would kill it because
of course.
Tribe Called Quest, the catalog is bigger. But yeah, that would be dope because they were part of the Daisy Age. Remember Fulana? Those were the things.
Yo, we should do Insane Clown Posse versus Limp Bizkit. That'd be a good version right there.
Who?
You know what I mean? Insane Clown Posse versus Limp Bizkit. Get the white rappers up in there. You know what I mean? The white rappers. You don't think that should be cool? That'd be fire.
I liked Red Hot Chili Peppers. I liked who was around in that time? Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I like Soundgarden. Soundgarden was good.
Yes, Soundgarden. Mm-hmm, no doubt.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Oh,
I fuck with Nickelback. Yo, I don't care what nobody says.
Man, yo, boo him off.
Yo, look at this photograph. All right?
Put him in the back.
It always makes me laugh. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was listening to Nickelback, and now everybody hating on them. Nah, we gotta put some respect on that name.
Mount Rushmore hip hop: Tupac, Big, Nas, and Rakim, all New York fans.
Nah, Tupac is not. He's not on there. You know what I'm saying? Because he did Will Smith. You know, his ghost is still on Will Smith.
So that's a shame. The man is dead. Get him off my bed. He's fighting in the bed. Get him off my bed.
He got arrested for rape, so he can't put him on there. Biggie could be on there. You know what I'm saying?
Talib Kweli, just to get by. Talib Kweli against what's this guy from The Roots?
Yo, you talking about Black Thought?
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be a good versus.
Before we go any further, did you know that the woman that accused Tupac of that sexual assault? Did you know that she was friends with Haitian Jack and the same girl that accused Mike Tyson?
No.
Was a friend of Haitian Jack as well?
I believe it.
Oh.
So there was a rumor that was a form of blackmail. That like if you did him dirty, he would get one of his girls to sleep with you and then claim, SA.
That's wild.
That's what Mike Tyson said.
That's fucked up. I'm glad it didn't really mess up Mike Tyson, though. I'm glad it did.
Yo, they should do Aaron Hall versus Christopher Williams. The one-hit wonders. You know what I mean?
But Aaron Hall would beat him. Well, no, Christopher Williams could sing too, but he just looks really bad right now. Third said, let's be honest, when Jay-Z came out in 96 with Reasonable Doubt, he wasn't the man at the time. Nas, Biggie, Raekwon, and Ghostface, Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, and Tribe Called Quest and Death Row were kings.
Facts.
Oh, really?
I'll say Wu-Tang.
Jay didn't become the man until Biggie died.
Huh?
Yes. That's what started propelling him. They talk about that too. You know what I wanted to make a stream about, Lord, and I'm probably doing it for the conspiracy theories, because there's so many conspiracy theories, and that's one of them. Like,
like you don't.
I think Tupac
Aaliyah too for Beyonce. They said Aaliyah too, like for Beyonce to step forward and be where she's at. That's why Aaliyah's not here. Like,
no, I don't agree with that, because I think that they were two different artists. I think that if Aaliyah would have never passed away, she would have gone the indie route.
Oh, really?
And did her own thing. I don't think that she would have had the same trajectory as Beyonce, because they were two different type of artists.
Right.
I disagree. You know why? Because Aaliyah was attached to Timbaland. And Timbaland and they had a run. That Virginia run from back then, they had a run.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Because even in the 2000s, Missy was killing it, right?
Yeah.
And they tried to have Tweet take the place of Aaliyah. She couldn't do it. She wasn't hot enough. She couldn't sing as good.
She got
right? Yep. And she was crazy. So that shit was dead, right? That shit was definitely dead. So here's my thing. Beyonce still would have been a star, but she would have been below Aaliyah.
So who do you think was the most creative of the two? Missy Elliott or Busta Rhymes when they came to videos?
Oh, now that would be dope. A versus video versus.
I gotta go with Missy. Missy was she was like untouchable at one point in time.
You know what's the funniest? When I used to see my Cuban grandmother who couldn't speak English watching Busta Rhymes, which your eyes can see, whatever that thing was, and he had the elephant husk, and she used to sit there cracking up, looking at him laughing. Like, that video was dope. I don't know.
They definitely had the best choreography at one point in time, but they both had their videos. Weren't Hype Williams making their videos?
Yeah,
I think so, but I think Missy would win that. Like, if they had a video.
Think so?
I gotta go with Missy.
Every single song she
got
did.
Videos. Busta got more videos.
Busta got more videos, but I think she was more creative.
You think so? Maybe you're right. Bro.
She had the one where she had the garbage bag suit on, like
that was the first one.
The robot. She was like, it was her and the brat, and they were on like the space. They were out of space, and they were in the robot.
Minuteman, the Double Dutch song, the one she did with Ciara, right? She did a whole bunch. The one she did with Aaliyah.
She was dope.
She did a bunch. She did a whole.
The one that she was. Yeah.
But
Missy don't get enough credit.
What white friend? What's Silver E talking about? Should I give my white friend the N-word pass? Who are you talking about? Third said, nah, I disagree. Beyonce didn't make Jay-Z what he is. Jay-Z was already at the top of his game. When they got together, it was just him and Beyonce solidified him in the South working with UGK. But that was a good business move, wasn't it, Third? Like, that was like a business move. I think maybe on Jay-Z's part.
Jay-Z's first Billboard #1 came from a song with Beyonce.
Bonnie and Clyde?
I think it was Bonnie and Clyde or something he did with on her.
It wasn't Big Pimpin'. Big Pimpin' didn't go #1.
That's the one. The Third is talking about. I think
not on the Billboard charts.
No,
really? Hip-hop. Yeah, I'm talking about crossover. I'm talking about pop charts. I'm talking about like the big overall.
Okay.
Everybody,
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Like, listen, Jay-Z was on point, but his move to get with
No, he had one before that. It was the one with Pharrell. I just wanna love you, be who I am, off the Dynasty. Give it to me. Give me that funk, that sweet, that
was
song.
Neptunes. That was Neptunes that produced that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kumo D, LL Cool J. Kumo D is like, hell no. No. Kumo D's like 80s, and LL Cool J surpassed him like crazy. Johnny, don't you think? Best Latino MCs: Big Pun, Be Real, yeah. Fat Joe. I don't know who Immortal Technique is, and Noriega. Would you consider Noriega a Latino rapper? I don't consider him Latino.
Yeah, he's Latino. He's Latino rapper.
No, I know he is. I just don't consider him Latino. When I'm thinking like Big Pun and Fat Joe. I don't know.
Because he ain't got that
phenotypical
ass look.
Nope, it's not the look. It's the style. It's not the look. It's the style. He's from Queens. It's a New York thing, Rakim. It's a New York thing. He's from Queens. This hip hop convo is like listening to Japanese. So what's up, Rakim?
Nothing much. What's up, Morena? Shout out to everybody on the panel. Shout out to Lord Sundown. Shout out to Fulana.
We having this hip hop conversation. I don't know why Third War is not on the panel staking his case already, but I guess he's tired of doing that. Once Jay-Z got with Beyonce and made this, okay, I read that already. Oh no, this is a new one. Wait. Once Jay-Z got Beyonce, Big Pim and UGK became a household name in the South because niggas down south wasn't really checking for Jay-Z like that, but Big Pimpin' was a hit. Okay, so that's what put him on the map down south. I mean, in Texas.
Yeah,
it was definitely. Crazy in Love. He got on his first top 100 hits. It was Crazy in Love with Beyonce. I knew it was. And his first Billboard hit was with Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind, right? And then his third one was with Rihanna. He doesn't do it by himself. Fourth one, he was with Justin Timberlake. I'm reading the thing right now. Fifth one, he was with Kanye West and Rihanna. Run This Town, right? Dang. He can't do it. He can't do it by himself.
Game or no, I don't know who that is. If Immortal Technique came out later in the game, I don't know.
Isn't Immortal Technique a Mexican dude from like the West Coast?
No,
he's from New York. Yo, he got like listen.
When did he
come out? Like literally the best song like ever made.
He's recent.
He has like a perfect song. His career didn't take off because he had one song that was so good that he couldn't.
Dance with the Devil.
Yep, he couldn't match that song.
Hit? What was the hit he had? Because I don't even know who that is.
It's a song called. It wasn't a hit. It's just a classic song. It's a song called "Dance with the Devil."
So was it an underground song you're talking about then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why. Because I'm
he out of Harlem. I think he's Ecuadorian. He's out of Harlem.
Really?
Ecuadorian and Peruvian, I think.
Oh. Okay. What's up, Real Deal?
Yo.
Hola.
Yeah, I got.
You know, people.
Go ahead, Lord. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you got to consider Nori a Latin rapper. He did a whole album in reggaeton. People forget that.
Okay.
I'm here for reggaeton. Okay, that's why I don't.
Okay, what song made reggaeton big in America?
Reggaeton has that same beat, right?
Gasolina.
Everyone says Gasolina, but it was Nori's song came out first.
Which one?
With them girls.
Daddy Yankee?
Them girls. No.
Nina Sky. Nina Sky.
Nina Sky. Yep.
That song.
What song was that? What song was that?
Yep. I don't know.
I thought that was Big Pun.
No.
They got that from Big Pun.
Yeah,
they took that from Big Pun.
Oh, they got it from
Big Pun. Had that song in "Don't Want to Be a Player."
Oh, I know what song you're talking about. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. And
that
Noriega was in it.
Yep, that was Nori's song. He dropped that shit. Then he brought Daddy Yankee to America.
But he was in the song? I don't remember.
It was his song. He made a whole reggaeton album.
Yes.
Damn, but and he was in the video.
The only thing I liked from Nori was what? What? What?
I'm gonna throw you.
Yeah, that's what
that's
I remember him from. And he was with the other guy. Who was the other guy he was with?
Capone.
Yes, Norian Capone. Yes.
Gotta get the blood money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
CNN.
Oh shit!
Mortal Technique is a political conscious rapper from Harlem. His music was never got promoted because he used to make songs disenjoy. Okay. Oh, okay. Because I don't know who that is. Oye Mikato. Oh, okay.
Everybody say Daddy Spanky. You know what I mean? But we got to put some respect on Nori. Nori, he discovered the Neptunes and Pharrell.
I think he mentioned that on his show, right? Didn't he say that about the reggaeton?
Yep. And Pharrell said it too. Right. He discovered it. He was getting Neptune's beats before anybody else was. He discovered Pharrell. He should have signed Pharrell if he was smart. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm gonna start paying more attention and stop paying attention to his teeth because his teeth be killing me.
Wow, yo, Rakim.
Whoever his dentist is, shoot the dentist, yo. That he did a horrible job. He did a horrible job.
We're not gonna talk about KRS-One and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we're not gonna talk about KRS. Like, come on, we gotta put some respect on that man.
True. But you know, some people won't care for him because he's West Indian supposedly, so that he doesn't count.
Right, so but listen,
he don't count. You would have said Gasolina too? Yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. But I don't listen to reggaeton like that, so.
The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Bye bye. The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Yeah.
Rakim.
He's creating it. Yeah. We know.
Yo.
What's up?
Who would you say? The Diary, or Untouchable Scarface, or America's Most Wanted Ice Cube?
Ooh, that's a hard one right there, man. That's a real hard one. Like, The Diary, and all three of them is classics, man. All three of them is classics. My mother had all of them on album. Untouchables was my shit though. Untouchables was my shit, man. With Roger Troutman on the hook.
Yeah,
that was my shit. But I say The Diary, because that's the album that I have the most memories as a child, like with that album. With that album, The Diary. Yeah, I go with The Diary.
That would be a dope versus, like, if they actually had Scarface versus Ice Cube. I'll watch that one.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, definitely. America's most America's Most Wanted though, the nigga you love to hate, like every black man's theme song, the nigga you love to hate, that's a classic, man. That's a classic. So yeah, but I gotta go with The Diary though. But if they do a versus, that shit'll be hard. It ain't no question about it.
Did you guys hear about this? Did y'all see the interview where Fat Joe said he could have signed Eminem back in the day before he became a household name, but he overlooked him because he didn't think a white rapper would make it? Like, Fat Joe had access to Eminem at that time?
Hey, yo, man, I heard like Fat Joe been everywhere, so I don't doubt it.
Okay,
Diary. Fat Joe for days.
But that's how it works, though, right? So many people could have signed 50 Cent, but Irv Gotti blocked them, right? So nobody wanted to sign him.
No, it wasn't Irv Gotti. It was Supreme.
Kenneth Supreme. Irv Gotti was down with I think he was down with Supreme team. I think.
Yeah. His name McGriff, Kenneth McGriff, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Supreme was the one because he was down with all of them, and they had that beef, so it was personal, so they was trying to stop him from getting any type of money that they could. But I can't believe Modena didn't know that Nori was the one that brought out.
I don't even listen to reggaeton, Rakim, really. So I have forgot about that one. I really forgot about that one.
Let me see what, and then you're gonna say what, like, The War Report is a classic, girl. The War Report is a classic. Capone and Noriega, The War Report. But I heard y'all talking about R&B earlier too.
Who? Like, who were we talking about?
Yeah, y'all was talking about who y'all talking about? Guy, a High Five, or one of them? Earlier, I heard Lord.
Oh, we were talking about 2020 Tony and Mint Condition.
Oh, okay. I tell you, hey, you know what's the ultimate barbecue song? That'll never go nowhere.
Frankie Beverly.
Oh yeah, that's old school. That's old school.
Okay,
I'm with you. I'm with you. No, I'm with you on that one though.
Okay.
I'm just saying when you put on Return of the Mac, Mark Morris.
Really?
When you,
Oh yeah, that's an instant classic. Yeah. That's the theme song.
I hate that song.
I love that song, man. You be at the grill, flipping that damn chickens up there. You lied to me.
See where I came Jeff again. His chicken. The best white MC, Eminem, Mini Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks, R.A. The Thugged.
Yo, here's another one, Rakim.
House of Pain, Everlast. Huh? Who?
That song, Candy.
Just like candy.
Yeah.
Well, that's don't they do the electric slide to that song now? Isn't that the?
That's Cameo. Yeah. People do the electric slide to Cameo. Yep. Let me see what else. What old boy was saying. Yeah, some of the best white MCs. Yeah, R.A. the Rugged Man. Of course, Eminem.
And I don't like Eminem, so
you got the other guy too. ASAP Rock.
ASAP Rocky.
No, not ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rock. I think his name was ASAP. He has like the biggest vocabulary out of every rapper.
No, I don't think I heard of him.
Never heard of ASAP? I think that's how you say it.
Yes, Johnny Slick Rick. Nobody talks about Slick Rick.
Slick Rick, a legend, man.
What?
Slick Rick, a legend.
Listen, the best rapper to ever live was Rob Van Winkle. I'll die on that fucking hill. You know what I mean?
Who was Rob Van Winkle?
Ice Ice Baby, man. You know what I'm saying? Ice Ice Baby.
You talking about the white boy that got hung over the balcony by Suge Knight? Nah.
I mean, Rob. You know what I mean? Came out with a banger. I ain't gonna front.
That was the shit as a kid, though. Ice Baby. Dun, 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 dun. That was the shit.
He got sued by Sting, right?
Anybody could have rhymed over that. It had a dope beat. That
was the shit. And I ain't gonna front because I was a kid watching the Ninja Turtles movie. So that go Ninja, go Ninja, go. That was my shit as a shorty. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, it's good. Not just him, but the other guy, the one that the House of Pain.
Everlast.
Everlast.
Jump around, yeah. But it's just crazy to see, and it just goes to show you that when business become involved in whatever, things become so diluted. Because now music is terrible these days versus how it was when we was growing up.
What you mean? You just an old head now. See, I used to think like that, right? And I realized, listen, because my son grew up listening to all types of music. My son, he can recite to you all the words from like most Queen songs, right? Or Van Halen or stuff like that, old school type
Pink
rock,
Floyd,
R&B. Yeah, of course. I had my son listening to everything, but he still listens to this new school stuff, right? And that's because this is what they love, right? Whatever you listen to in high school is a theme song to your life, right? You feel what I'm saying? That's the theme song to your life, right? So that's why I look at it like, we think it's whack because we are old heads now. This ain't our music. That's what our mamas I remember my mom used to be like, what is this? What is this, nigger this? Bitch this? Hold this? What do you listen to? Turn this on. I'm like, leave me alone. I hate you, right? But to us, it was the best thing in the world. You know what I mean? When Wu-Tang dropped, come on. Like, what is this Wu-Tang Clan? What is this? He's talking about sticking his hand up some man's ass. What do you turn this off? Like, but to us, it was like, yo, that's the craziest album ever, right? Was it 16 chambers or 36 chambers or something like that?
36 chambers, yeah.
Into the 36 chambers.
Yeah. So
what was the first CD that y'all bought? That y'all can remember?
Wu-Tang?
Yeah, like either like the one that impacted y'all like the most? YouTube more than Fulana?
What happened?
Oh,
What was the like?
So I had
What was that music that y'all like that really got y'all into loving music? Because remember, Morena, I sent you that video. The guy, because he had recently died. The dude that, and I didn't even know that. Who was the guy that made that original? Who do you love? Are
Oh,
you
he passed away. Yes,
sure?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Roberta Flack's son. Oh man, I don't know what. I didn't even know he was Roberta Flack's son. I didn't even know he was such a good producer either. Like he produced mad shit.
Oh, he died?
what?
Yep, he
Yeah,
died in an accident.
he was
In a
like
car
50,
accident.
yeah, 50-something years old.
I don't know
So
what borough. He was originally from New York. I don't know what borough, but he died in
a lot
Dallas.
of great artists came out of New York back in the day.
Oh yeah, New York was the Mecca for real, for real. New York was definitely the Mecca, especially in the '80s, the early '90s. Everybody wanted to be like New York.
It was really a movie that made me fall in love with music again. Because I was really a Michael Jackson fan, like a big Michael Jackson fan, right? And then I think what really shaped my music like ears is when I watched Wayne's World and I started really learning about rock. It was over at that point. I was like, who is this queen? What is this queen? Right? I want to know about these guys. Right? And I just started like trying to find everything on them and listen to them. Right? I tried to learn about, AC/DC, right? Ozzy Osbourne, right? Van Halen. That just it kind of shifted my ears, right? From listening to what my mother would listen to, which was mainly, old school salsa, R&B, right? Old school R&B, and like disco funk music, right? to I was listening to rap because rap was major, and I was like, "What is this rock thing?" And then I started listening to rock. It was pretty much over at that point. You know what I mean? I just became like that's pretty much mostly what I listen to now. I listen to other music, but when I work out, I go for runs. I'm usually listening to some rock, right?
Nah, that's what I work out to. When I work out, I listen to metal.
I could never get
Snap.
into metal. Really.
But
Snap.
not even just not. I'm not talking about like the actual song. I'll listen to. I mean, would you consider Ride the Lightning? Who
You
made
be
Ride the
listening to
Lightning?
that
Metallica?
screaming
Would you
shit.
consider them?
Oh,
Would you
Metallica,
consider them
y'all listen to Metallica?
metal?
Yes. Enter the Sandman is my jam, right? Master of Puppets, that's my jam. Right
I like For Whom the Bell Tolls. That's my jam right there.
Okay. I listen to Korn too. Listen to Korn?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we
Hear
good.
this thing?
We good. Yeah, we good. Who else?
Yeah.
Y'all be
Yeah,
listening
I
to
might
that.
blow
Y'all
your
be
mind some
listening
of the
to that
stuff I know.
screaming shit. Y'all be
I don't
listening
listen
to
to
that
that
screaming.
screamo. No, screamo I do not do.
Y'all be up there.
No, look, yo, my last the last deployment I was on, we had these guys that like to listen to screamo, and we'd be like, "Yo, cut that shit off." You couldn't even hear what they were saying. Like they weren't even actually intelligible. It was just. It's like, yo, cut that off.
What are you talking about, Sundown?
Huh? Like the screamo music when they just that's how it sounds.
Oh,
like, yo, cut that shit off, please.
Are You Experienced by Jimi Hendrix was my jam. You know what I mean?
Purple Haze, yeah,
definitely.
Like
Hey Joe,
yeah,
Purple Haze,
Purple Haze, Foxy Lady. That was
you got to go way back.
Voodoo Child.
Oh,
hey,
man.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Real quick. You know what? Actually,
long Watchtower. What's up?
No, I was just gonna say. You guys know what actually got me into soul music. I mean, well, as a kid, like I always heard soul music growing up as a kid, but what really caught my ear to soul music. That's why we say, man. I remember not having no fucking cable, and you know how you staying up late at night and them infomercials come on, selling you one CD. They were like, "Oh,
yeah,
throw on this CD," and they was like had all of those old school soul jams. And I remember just watching them commercials over and over. I remember a lot of them songs as a kid because I remember hearing them songs, and my mother would be like, "How the hell you know that song? You an old ass man. How you know that song?"
Yeah,
I was like, I saw it on them soul infomercials.
Yeah,
buy
like,
one
listen,
CD
good
for
music.
$19.99, and we'll add Soul Volume 2. I remember seeing all of them commercials as a shorty, and that shit got stuck in my mind. But yeah, like as far as like coming up, of course, like old school soul music, 80s music, like 80s R&B especially, like Loose Ends. Loose Ends had hits. Loose
Yeah.
No,
Ends
you
had
know what I
hits.
have on my playlist? From Belly. It's from Belly. What's the name of that group?
Soul to Soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I blasted
Soul
it. My
to
son
Soul.
looks at me like, nah, because the intro is like dope. The acapella verse.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's this shit. Right
Oh, you talking about the beginning when they were going to the club?
Yeah, Belly.
Yes, what I have. Yeah.
However do you want
Yo,
it? However do you need it?
here's something funny. Did you know that Kane from Minister Society played Big Hair Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
said that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did an interview. He said that all of that was improvised. He was supposed to get DMX's role, but DMX got it. So when he had to be Big Hair Rico, all of that was improvised. He said that was his way of trying to sabotage the movie. But then it backfired and it made him this famous character.
Got to drop a dime on them niggas.
Yeah. I don't like that shit. Like, I don't like that shit.
I don't like that shit.
I really don't know from state
hey,
to state.
So who pushed Ivana Trump down the flight of stairs? Lord?
Wasn't me.
I think it was Danny.
It was
I think
Danny?
it was Danny.
Yeah, I think it would make sense if it was Danny. You're right.
Someone pushed her left of the dead.
Yo, that's messed up, man. Like, who did that? And that's something a white person would do, right?
For real.
Wait for her to get to the top of the stairs and just push her ass down.
Yeah.
Real deal. Are you still there?
That's how she passed away.
I think he left.
No. He left? No, maybe I think he tried to come back. I thought I saw him here. Hold on.
Oh, Danny here. What's up, Danny?
Toxic number 2.
Well, I think good music transcends culture. Like if it's a good song, it's a good song.
It's a good song, man.
Yo,
whoever said it for Home the Bell Tolls, rest in peace to Burton.
Yeah.
I don't think they were fruity. Third is how they dressed. You know, they like to wear nail polish and they like girls and maybe sometimes boys. I don't know. I think that was what's his name? Mick Jagger's group. What was Mick Jagger's group? I think they like.
Looks like fruity to me.
Jaggers? I
think it was the style. Rolling Stones. Yeah, I think one of them. No. It was Iman's husband.
The Rolling Stones? You mean the Stealing Stones?
Iman's husband. What was his name? That he passed away. I think he liked boys too. He used to wear makeup and everything.
Damn.
What's his name?
What about Kiss? Y'all listen to Kiss?
David Bowie.
Yes, David Bowie. Yes. What you said?
David Bowie. David Bowie.
Wasn't he straight? I thought he was with that one black lady.
Yeah, I think he had. I think
Jones, her name was something Jones, right?
Grace Jones.
Grace Jones. Yeah.
Grace Jones. Yeah, there you go. She used to be with Dolph Lundgren too. She actually helped Dolph Lundgren get into acting. She would only take this one role Dolph Lundgren was talking about if they casted him in the movie. Like, shout out to laying that kind of pipe.
Hey, she was like Grace Jones wasn't bad. I know that they tried to make her out to be they gave her the box haircut and they tried to give her really, really masculine roles.
She could get it.
She had an androgynous look.
She wasn't bad at all.
She had an androgynous look, that's why.
Yeah, she had a very unique one, and she had this like rich, dark chocolate, beautiful skin complexion. Like no marks.
Perfect. It was perfect.
Perfect. It was perfect. Right?
Yeah.
She was a different kind of breed. You know?
Yeah.
She loved the whites though. She definitely loved the whites.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
That's my group. The Dark Side of the Moon, that's my favorite album of all time.
Pink Floyd. Oh, word.
I like Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates.
They had some hits, y'all. They had some bangers.
They did. They definitely did.
I liked Hall & Oates. I liked Journey. I liked Chicago. I'm thinking 70s now.
Journey's my jam. Journey's definitely my jam.
What's the black singing white guy? Doobie Brothers.
What's the guy name that made that song "Do for Love" that everybody thought was black?
Yes.
Bobby
Something
Caldwell.
called
Bobby Caldwell?
Cartoon
Is it
something.
Bobby Caldwell?
I think so.
I don't remember.
There's even an indigenous group that I
For
thought they were black. What's that song that indigenous group made? Oh man, let me see. It's called Red something.
I like the UB40.
Who?
UB40.
UB40. What they?
Red wine.
Oh yes. If I ever piss off, make her mad, I'ma sing. Yeah. Okay. Bitcoin again. I'm not dropping the link. You keep asking for it, and you don't come up on the panel. True, we do that. Yep. Trump. Somebody pushed her down them stairs. Third.
Yeah, niggas ain't shit.
I'd never push a former queen like.
Yo, that song went up by like 6,000% after Sopranos. That song from Journey.
What's the song?
That Don't Stop Believing. Because
Yeah.
you know that was on the last episode of The Sopranos where he got, supposedly they said he got shot in the head.
Yes. I like Journey's other because he's a good guitarist. I don't know who the guitarist is of that group, but he's really good.
Oh, Journey's my jam. That's my jam, man.
Really good. Like they can make that. What was the name of that song? I have them on my playlist too. Who's Crying Now and
Separate Ways. I love that.
Yes, and I'll Be Alright without you.
Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, Phil Collins.
Ain't nobody fucking
In the Heat of the Night.
What's the name? Against All Odds.
You're too much. You're like in too deep. Another Day in Paradise.
Yes.
What else? Land of Confusion. Genesis.
Who's the one that made the I Wonder If I Take You Home? Who's that?
Lisa, of course.
Lisa.
She's still doing concerts and stuff. I didn't know that.
But the beat made the song. The beat made the song.
Yeah, that was a full force.
Cardi B need to hurry up and flip that song and make a twerk remix.
Yeah.
Off of Lisa.
That was a shit. Took the midnight train, going anywhere.
No, I tell you what song that make me want to pop lock anytime I hear that song. What's that one song by that
Cybertron?
Chick? Nah, that chick Debbie Deb. When I hear music, it makes me dance. I'll be ready to pop lock, boy.
Ramona had to unmute herself.
Ramona getting flashbacks and Rakim is like, that is my shit.
Oh yes. Oh, does it?
Yo. So I'm looking, right? I'm looking at Lisa. Do you notice any like similarities between her and Paula Abdul?
Yeah.
Lisa and Paula Abdul?
Lisa, Paula Abdul, and Janet Jackson. They all got the same like vibe.
But Lisa had them tickle bitties though.
Well, a lot of them was produced by Jimmy Jam and
what was Lisa?
Yes, they were.
Puerto Rican?
Oh, she was Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was bawdy. What's her name? Paula Abdul. They tried to make her with that vibe too.
Yeah, same vibe.
Paula Abdul was too skinny.
She couldn't sing. She couldn't sing at all.
She was a dancer.
She used to choreograph for Janet Jackson.
See, this is why social media should have happened in the 80s, man. People would have got way bigger than they did.
Well, the 90s, like was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They were good big producers. They put Bobby Brown on the map. Like they made Bobby Brown's solo shit. They catapulted his career. He is the king of R&B. I'm sick because I don't think it's Usher. Like Bobby Brown has
Bobby Brown. Yeah, you mean Rocks and Blunts? The fuck out.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Rocks and Blunts.
There's some artists. The higher they are, the better they are. Like you know that.
I don't care what anybody says. We can't discredit them. I don't care what nobody says.
No, you're right.
R. Kelly. No.
Oh yes.
I was gonna say R. Kelly. R. Kelly, but no, Lord. Yeah, Lord. Bobby Brown too. Bobby Brown definitely had it.
No, I don't think R. Kelly he got hits, but I don't think he's that good of a singer. Well, Bobby Brown wasn't really that good.
Listen, TP2
got some bangers.
classic album.
Elder Barge.
Oh God,
Nah,
you like?
He's a good singer.
You liked him back
Hey,
then?
that's
No,
that's
yeah,
that.
I like the back up.
Hey.
Elder Barge was
I like him white and curly.
He was a poor man's prince. That's what he was. He was a poor man's prince. Elder
Lord, I
Barge.
hate it. Lord, I hate
Like that man was a poor
No,
man's
you
prince.
didn't.
Don't you come over here with
George
Elder
Michael?
Barge? Elder Barge?
Said the great value prince.
All right, Christopher Williams. All right, he's more man.
man.
He's more manly.
So here's a good question: who do you think had the best era of music? Which era do you think had the
90s,
best
the 80s
music?
and the 90s. No, the 70s too. The 70s had the
70s had all the
The
samples.
60s, I say like the mid 60s to the maybe the
You're going to
early 80s.
You like the doo-wop stuff? Then you like the doo-wop stuff?
No, he's talking about the Motown era.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's the Motown.
yeah,
Like the
yeah.
60s, Motown was out too. You had Sam Cooke. You had all the you could go even further back to like jazz age when you had the golden age of jazz where you had Nat King Cole and all those other people.
And I like Ray
That
Charles
dominant, like,
more than anything, man.
See what Blood Moon said though. Elder Barge had a few hits, and they sampled his songs or the group songs were sampled the most out of like anybody. I didn't even realize how much they
What was
sampled.
that one song he had? What was that one?
I like it.
Yeah, Biggie did it. Ashanti did it. A lot of people sampled their songs. Like I didn't even know they did that. They had a when they had their what do you call that when they on Channel 1? They had their documentary.
Chuck Berry.
Who?
Chuck
Jimi
Berry
Hendrix.
was sampled. Chuck Berry was sampled a lot.
Chuck Berry too. I can't sleep. Who's that? I can't sleep when I toss and turn listening. Oh yeah, okay. I'm like, why that song sound familiar? I'm all choked up. I can't believe you called my home. Wow.
Elvis took Chuck Berry's whole fucking style.
Yeah, he bit his whole style.
He took his whole style. Blue suede shoes was Chuck Berry shit.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Not
a
just that, man.
The
Elvis
Beach
Presley
Boys
was
took
the he was the Ayo, what is that move? What is that thing in Naruto?
Unsung, yes.
The Sharingan where they pull out the eye and it mimics everything you do.
Yeah, the Sharingan.
That was Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley took everything. But the thing is, Elvis Presley was more marketable because he was white. He could get away with some stuff. You know what I mean? Like he could go to
who said
hotels.
that? Somebody said that, right? Well, who did they interview and they said that? I think it was James Brown. They said that.
Nah, that was you're talking about Ray Charles.
It was Ray Charles.
Oh, Ray Charles. Yes, it was Ray Charles.
Yeah, he was like the king of what? He was like the king of what?
Yes.
Most definitely not from the South. They play Papa Ray over and over.
And a lot of people forget that when Elvis first came out, them white people didn't like his music because they knew where that music originated from. So they didn't like that. They was like, we don't want to hear any of that Jungle Bunny music.
That juke music that you playing.
That juke music.
No. Don't say that. He's straight. He loves women. Don't laugh.
The man looks soft, man. He looks soft in the box.
No, you know what happened to him. And I didn't realize that happened to him and his brothers. Or that the unspeakable happened to them. Like that's fucked up. That justified. That explained why they were so fucking crazy because they were all cuckoo. They all did drugs. They all were in jail.
Which one are you talking about?
They weren't no light skinned punks though. The barge.
Talking about the barge.
Yeah, the father. What the father did to them? That fucking bastard.
What the father did to him dudes.
Eddie and Chico
He violated all of them. Every last one of them he violated.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That is wild.
That's fucked
Daughters
up.
and sons.
Bigger,
he
man.
violated all of them. They had a documentary on that, Lord.
Evil world, man. It's an evil
do you
world.
think do you think that's why they were so good?
Yeah, and crazy. That's why they're saying so well.
If you think about it, like when kids are say like you got child stars.
Music ever again.
Nah, but listen. Do you think because it's a lot of musicians out there that had bad stuff happen to them? Do you think that they were so good because
that
was their way of escaping the pain?
Yes.
that they would just bury themselves in their music.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's usually how it
I
is.
agree.
Music is
That's
therapy.
what
A
made me
lot.
cry. It made me cry. It made me cry.
A lot of the times music is therapy when you hear, and that's the thing, that when people say certain genres of music is trash and everything, if you able to relate to that music, you understand. when you
Facts.
hear certain when you hear certain shit that people talk about, especially if they coming from a certain background, or they pouring their pain out into that music, and a lot of people
Mhm.
can relate to that. That's like when you hear songs, I can feel this song, I can feel the emotions in this song. That's because it's therapy. It's therapy to them people. Even Tupac said that. He like, music was therapy to me. It was cheaper to go in there and do a song than it was to go pay a therapist thousands of dollars to, he like, why do that when I can just go to the studio?
That's how I am. Like if I listen to like Jay Dilla, I'll listen to his instrumentals, and that'll put me in a you know what I mean, in a more relaxed state. Like listening to Jay Dilla or listening to like Madlib, because their music you can
Yeah,
kind
you
of
you
relax
can't
to it. You know what I mean?
you can't relate to rap, Blood Moon. Of course, you would say it's trash. You can't relate to it. But what you call it? Like we were just talking about the Diary a minute ago. Sundown. Never seen a man cry till I seen a man die. That was one of Scarface's illest songs. Him and Tupac Smile. Like
Yeah.
you felt that, especially if you came from that, you know what they was talking about. But
Yeah.
I liked it when he said it can't be life, where he mentioned that his brother lost his kids, and I felt his pain.
Yeah.
Oh man, that really.
You talking about off the Dynasty, right?
Yep, off the Dynasty, that one of his greatest albums, in my opinion, better than the Black Album, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man lost his kids. I felt his pain.
yeah, all of that stuff, like, because it's a reflection on what's going on. One of my favorite songs, Nas, I Gave You Power. If you listen to that song and the way that he put that song together, you know exactly what he's talking about. And a lot of people don't know this, but that actually influenced Tupac to make Me and My Girlfriend, because he was listening to It Was Written, and he heard I Gave You Power, and the Outlaw said he kept playing that song over and over again.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Scarface is underrated, dog.
I would say he's
Third Boy,
underrated.
Hands of a Dead Body. Hands of a Dead Body is classic, for real, for real. My bad, y'all. Sorry to
Scarface should have
interrupt y'all.
did the song with that big fat nigga that did that song with Coolio. Gangsta's Paradise.
Gangsta's Paradise is a classic.
That's a classic.
That's a classic. That stays in my rotation.
Yeah, that fat. I think that fat nigga played on that movie. What was that movie with Eddie Murphy and?
Hey,
I think it was Cuz.
real. You gotta refer to him as the fat nigga, man.
Who's he talking about?
Yo,
Who you talking
Rakim,
about?
you know what my favorite song is? Mom Playing Tricks on Me by Ghetto Boys. That's my favorite song.
That's
Like
a
hip hop.
classic, man.
That's my favorite song.
That remind me of Weed and St. Ives. My mind's playing tricks on me. I'm sorry.
You know what? You know what's crazy? Like, they had so much love in Chicago, man. Like, when they used to come up here, they used to get people. It was people here that used to be security for the Ghetto Boys. Because if you listening to that album, The Resurrection, you hear them songs on there. You hear them skits, conversation with Mr. Larry Hoover. So you knew that Chicago was riding with the Ghetto Boys all day.
Well, the Chicago country anyway, man. All the niggas sound like they from Mississippi, Alabama, any fucking way.
Hey, yeah, that's because we is, man, and y'all niggas out there in LA proper as hell. Hey, get in the car, Lo. Get in the car, Lo. Hey, where you from, Lo? That's how y'all sound in LA.
Welcome, Johnny. How are you?
Good. They all sound like MC8.
I got MC8 on my rotation. I have MC8. I got MC8 song on my rotation.
Oh man.
I like
MC8.
I don't know. MC8 sound bitter now, man. If you listen to his interviews about everybody else getting money.
This how LA niggas sound. The LA niggas like, hey, we gonna head over here. We gonna head over here, cuz we gonna head to.
Don't start summoning no no Cali dudes over here. You know they're very sensitive about these shit.
Cali is weird. They be like, listen, man, hey, you don't know about the politics over here. It's different. All right, like what?
You said you guys sounded like Easy E shit.
Hey, yo, what did he say? What did he say in minutes?
Ice Cube.
Get up out the core. Get up out the core.
Y'all burnt out. Y'all niggas burnt out.
Oh, I forgot Real Deal.
Y'all niggas burnt out. That's an LA term too. Y'all niggas burnt.
Oh my god, some LA dude's gonna come.
Hey, nah. Hey, cuz he over there smoking them. He over there smoking them sherm sticks, cuz. You smoking sherm sticks.
That's stupid. Y'all cool movies.
LA be having the most turned up niggas, man. Where motherfuckers say, I'm from Eastside, Bonnie Hunter Watts. From Bonnie Hunter.
Thursday, Cali people talk proper ghetto.
They do.
Yes, they do.
Every time I hear Cali do, I'm like, yo, what did you do? Especially if you heard
that proper ghetto.
On 5-5 Crib, cuz.
That's
Cali's the weirdest place. It's like, yo, you don't even know what to wear. Like, I'm just gonna wear all black or all white.
I thought they was lying about that. Just like,
what are you talking?
You do not wear a Yankees hat, man. What you doing?
It's like, yo, man.
You don't wear snowman.
Tom is trying to trigger. He said a lot of low income California black people sound.
Yes, we do.
Hey, you're right.
Compared to niggas in the South, yes, we do.
Trying to trigger.
Hey,
behave, Tom.
Nah, what's what they said in South Central? Yeah, we gonna go ride on Willie Manchester. We gonna go ride on Willie Manchester. Y'all niggas be having some funny ass nicknames.
What's the typical Chicago accent? Rakim.
On phone them.
Oh man.
That's new though. Say it again. Real, say it again.
On phone them.
It's like a city mixed with a southern accent. It's
gang.
Like
What's up, gang?
Like
what up?
Because a lot of people from the South came from like Alabama, Louisiana, like
say it again, Real.
Mississippi.
What's up, gang?
You sound like an undercover cop. Real. You sound like they told, hey, go over there.
On Larry Hoover. On Larry Hoover great.
You can't wear certain fitted hats in California. Are you kidding me? Because certain fitted hats represent. Oh, really? Yeah. God, hats too?
Yo, in Chicago, I heard that if you wear a hat on the wrong side, like you can't. You gotta wear it. You gotta wear the hat straight. You can't wear it to the right or the left.
You do. Otherwise, you
something. Bad hat. Bad caps.
And it's the same. It's the same here. Certain hats represent, like, for instance, don't go into the wrong area with a Houston Astros hat with that 5-point star.
That's for the Hoovers.
Oh, that's Cali or that's Chicago?
The Hoovers. That's for the Hoovers.
In Hoover, in LA, that means something different. In Chicago, that means something different. But if you go in there with that, because of the 5-pointed star on that hat, so.
Damn, New Yorkers wear any kind of hats like that.
Yeah, facts. Most New Yorkers wear Yankee hats.
Yeah,
that's where you don't wear the Yankees, man. That's where you don't wear the Yankees, man.
You don't wear Yankees in LA?
Nah, I know, like in Atlanta, all the New Yorkers, they used to go after them, especially in Buckhead.
Hola, fighter. Hello, Kentucky. Hello?
No.
That's not fighter?
Yeah. You got the gap and everything. Shout out to fighter.
Yeah, that's fighter.
There was question.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's that, fighter? Who's on your thing?
Who's that in the picture?
Yeah.
That's my twin.
That's your son?
Girlfriend.
That's my twin.
Who?
My twin.
Oh, okay.
That's Blueface's girlfriend.
That's my girlfriend?
Who?
Isn't it her?
No, yeah, it's Blueface the rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I was outside looking for Miko, man.
Oh, you ain't gonna find
I thought he left
there.
New York already.
You ain't gonna find him up there.
I'm outside. I'm uptown right now looking for him. I can't find him.
I thought he left New York.
He said he was gonna be back in 72 hours.
You know he lying. Didn't they say he couldn't come back to New York?
Yeah, that's what they said.
I don't think.
But who gonna
Yeah,
stop him?
because you was the first person to do that.
That Chinese dude. That
You
Chinese
was the
dude.
first. Hey, China Mac ain't soft. I say that based off of what you saying. He don't seem like he's soft.
Yeah, don't sleep on
They don't
China
make
Mac.
the chinos like they do in New York. You know, the chinos that they built different in New York. The chinitos.
Nah, yo, that dude, he shot a couple people.
What?
Yeah.
He gangster like
China
that?
Mac, yeah. He
yeah.
did like 10, 12 years in prison between Rikers Island and
he grew up rough. He grew up real rough. Real fucking rough.
But in New York, right? He's from New York?
Yeah.
He's from Chinatown. Yo, his dad was one of the people that had connections to the triads back in the 80s.
I believe
snitched. His dad snitched.
Yeah, his dad snitched. Yeah.
They be having undercover gangs like they do in Jersey. Those Koreans, full on. You know,
that's why China Mac get flack, right?
Hell yeah, the ones in the nail shops.
Yeah, well, the town over, you know, where they all live at, where everything's in their language. Yeah, they got a big gang over there. They think nobody know about.
That's why I be saying, Modena, don't make assumptions. Don't make assumptions. You never know.
True.
Yeah, China Mac was. You remember Jin, the rapper?
Yeah.
He was like famous for a little bit,
right?
Yeah,
battle rapper.
Orientals is an effect Asian time. Didn't I tell you Asian, man?
Wait, Jin had beef with China Mac?
Yeah, that's where he went to jail. China Mac went to jail for shooting somebody.
He went to jail for shooting one of Jin's people.
Oh, word! I didn't
China Mac had beef.
I kind of always thought China Mac.
You're right.
I thought China Mac was corny.
Nah.
Like it don't matter. Like listen, it doesn't matter if you put in pain in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean you can't be corny.
True.
Well, I guess when I'm thinking corny, I'm thinking when you're saying like as far as streets, like, but yeah, he was about that in the streets. Like, I don't look at the man as corny. I thought I like some of his music actually, but I
only like that one song he did with Method Man.
He did a song with Method Man? No, I would have known about that.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, Morena, this is how not nice that nigga is.
Okay. I never heard of him. I never heard of him. When I started hearing about Miko and this China Mac, I was like, okay.
No, but Lord was white. What Lord was saying, yeah, he had a beef with Jen. Jen ain't had no beef with him. But he said it was a situation where he was just looking to take out his problems on people. But yeah, Fighter, you was the first person to do that. I didn't know who Miko Worldwide was until you even did that video.
You did it?
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah, no. People spoke on him, but I feel like I kind of bridged the gap a little bit more because I had a wider audience, like a different type of audience, I guess. Because I know, of course, Maya and Third Mundo spoke about him, but that conversation got old, so they kind of stopped talking about it. And then I don't know. I guess I was just a different guy who just brought it up. Like that video I did on Miko, that shit got some views. That shit went like viral a little bit.
You was super early on that shit because you got motherfuckers in Houston saying that Miko can't come through no more.
Oh, he made it out here? I haven't heard anything out here.
Yeah, man, he be all up and down. Houston, Atlanta.
I know.
I can see him being in Atlanta because it's a lot of him in Atlanta.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's over. Listen, man, it's ugly now. It's
Who's
ugly
the fighter, man?
Gendry was saying some serious shit, so I'm just like, oh, he can't go to Dominican Republic.
It's looking ugly for boy.
Morena, there's a dude that was talking about how it's a couple of people. Remember how he got arrested and he came back out?
Yeah.
And then he started going back out again.
Yeah.
There was a dude that was on there saying that the reason why is because he got dirt on a lot of people that are in the closet, per se.
But
and the reason they're not going after him is because he can expose the fact that they are part of that community too.
Well, like
in Dominican Republic?
And pointing people or fucking YouTube?
Yeah, because YouTube don't.
I would say a mixture between both. Just like some of them YouTubers, he was doing videos with other YouTube content creators as well. And some of them, he said, was in the closet as well, doing that stuff.
Who? Wait, what?
So that's
Hold
why
on.
they were
Wait a
ignoring
minute.
him. Yeah, it's I have it in my search history. I can find a video. It was a dude that was talking about it.
Uh-oh. So you
He got
telling
like
me
a little
that he
black
could
book
bring
of some
down
people
like
that
the
was,
whole Rico?
Dipping their hands in.
See, Fighter done started something, man. Fighter done literally dropped the cat on this dude, and Miko can't escape that past because
Well, I
Miko
think a
trying
lot
to
of
go
Fire got a
mainstream now.
PC.
Nah. He
Fire
went.
cheeks.
He went. Listen, man. Listen, man. Miko went viral again, and it had nothing to do with me, nigga. I've been going from YouTube for how many months, nigga?
Miko said,
But you brought it out first, where everybody started piggybacking off of your shit. Looking at people talking about Miko, they're literally
Yeah. You know what it was when I spoke on it. I kind of revived it again. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, it needed to be exposed, man, because he's gaining traction. You got rappers trying to fuck with him.
Because here's the thing. Like a lot of people, because people was asking how don't nobody know this, and he in their neighborhood. A lot of people didn't even know who the fuck Miko was. Like you can be a YouTuber with 7 million subscribers, and people still don't know who you are.
Right,
In real
that's
life.
true.
So a
Yeah.
lot of these people that he go into these neighborhoods, people don't know that this man got a child assault jacket on him. People don't know that.
Now, you know how many people done told me, I used to watch Miko's, because at first, okay, look at this nigga. He's in my country, with my family's country, and showing the hoods. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at him. And then you might see one video and that's it, and you're never on YouTube again. And then the next time you head back on YouTube, there's a video out on him. Like, it's wicked, man. And he's still out here on some Takashi 69 shit, like almost flaunting. You know what I mean? So listen, man. Now it's looking real ugly for him. Now that travel shit is dangerous now for him.
I mean, yeah, because now it's multiple people, especially even here in the States, that then put him out there for what he was in his paperwork. And here's the thing, because I even seen people on those videos saying, "Now he didn't do that." I'm like, well, why he didn't come out and give an explanation? Because that's some serious shit to have on your jacket.
He did give an
You didn't-
explanation. His explanation was somebody covering for him right there. Like he didn't admit to nothing.
Right. His explanation was a lawyer. Oh, you think I would defend him? Listen, the lawyer, like, you think I would defend him if he's not innocent? Nigga, of course you would, because you there for the money, son. Well, like, come on, man. A lawyer, it will defend a lawyer would defend Hitler, bro. Like, come on, man. It's all about the money. Then, man, I don't know. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'll mute up.
Well, just. I don't think he's in New York, Fighter.
Damn, Fighter.
That was me trolling. I know that nigga not here.
Oh, okay.
No, but he did say 72 hours, man.
All right, Bitcoin. I'm dropping it one more time. His explanation was another man.
I mean, I feel like that situation, that's just crazy you're gonna pick up on things, you know what I mean? Like if you're around a person and they're sketchy, you're gonna pick up off of their energy. Like, yo, why are you around kids so much? Or why are you doing this to, these kids? Like, that's weird, man. Like, it's certain things that you're gonna pick up. So I don't see how people could be around him and him doing all this stuff, and then they'll be like, well, I didn't know that he was doing that.
For the people that, if you down here if you down in Bankhead, Atlanta, or you down in Compton, California, you only see this nigga once. You're not thinking about his personal background or what he got going on. You just looking at him as a personal vlogger that's looking to vlog your area, to vlog your neighborhood. You don't know his background. Only people that would know that is people that's around him every day, people that's close to him. If that's the case, and then if you see him with kids, like, then you may be suspicious. It depends, because you can have people that's around kids that be like, look, I'm helping these kids out, giving them money, or y'all go do this, y'all go have fun, go play at the amusement park or whatever. But if you'll have to really see some suspect stuff to be able to point out, like, nah, you seem in a little funny style, G. You seem in a real funny style. But if you're not around the man every day and you don't know what, like, for instance, I didn't know what the fuck was going on with dude. I didn't even know who the fuck he was. until Fighter put that video out. Now, a lot of people is on to, you know, what he's doing, or maybe people then looked at his paperwork and seen what he got going on. But all I know is that's the worst thing to have on your jacket. You'd rather be a rat than have that on your jacket.
Yeah, I would say the two hardest ones to get off is messing with children and the R word. Oh no, that's just weird. That's the dark side of YouTube I try to avoid.
Oh, well, all that I'm talking. No, I don't. I just want to see somebody bring them to justice. Like, I don't even want to talk. That's why I don't want to talk about that, because. Oh, James, yes. Oh, man. But nobody wants to take him to court for that. Like, nobody does.
Yeah, that was very disappointing hearing that.
What happened? What are y'all talking about?
I heard about it a long time ago before people started coming out, but the person that told me, I was like, yeah, right. They was like, he's into little boys. I was like, really?
Well, he was touching boys?
Yeah, when he had the Zulu Nation. Jesse, yeah, but he exposed him, but he didn't press charges, so it's just like, I don't know. It's like it didn't stick. Like, even exposing him didn't stick. 'Cause he doesn't even address those. I haven't heard him address anything. But it propelled Hassan Campbell, because he's like a YouTube sensation from what I hear.
Yeah, but
Hassan Campbell was a part of that?
Huh?
Yeah.
Hassan Campbell was a part of that?
It was because of him that all that information came out. Yeah, him and somebody else. I forgot what the other kid's name is.
B. Stinger or somebody like
that.
Stinger.
Yeah.
And see, that's why it's important.
He looked like he traumatized from all that stuff. Well, Hassan too, but Hassan is like, I don't know. Maybe he's being smarter about it. I don't know.
Hassan is like 40, still talking gangster shit. It's like, bro, grow the fuck up. Like, I get it. Like I get, like, when I hear a grown ass man, when he that old, like, bro, you still live in the hood, bro. You still doing dumb hood nigga shit. Like, stop it, bro. Like, you're like 80, bro. What you gonna be 80 years old?
That's like Jim Jones.
Yes,
like when you hear Jim Jones out there.
I saw that.
What are we doing? This is what we doing with our free time? You know what I'm saying? Y'all banging? Y'all gangsters at 50? You know what I mean? Y'all not teaching these kids to go a different way? Like,
dude, you saw the motherfucker that supposedly knocked out Whack 100? Niggas like 55.
That shit is the ghetto, bro. I don't.
Yeah, like what Lord was saying. What Lord was saying, this is different because you talking about people like, man, how can I put it? Remember when DMX said on that song with Nas, life is too short to get caught up in some dumb shit. Wake up one day 40 years old on some bum shit. Time flew by. You was too fly to see the light. Every day it gets darker, then comes the night. Like, that's how it is, because like some people, they've invested so much into street life that they don't have the pride to be like, yo, it sucks when you realize you like 40 something years old. You be like, as a man, you be like, yo, I ain't got shit. I don't have nothing. So they double down on a lot of that because it's too prideful to admit, like, damn, like, you ain't got no type of investments, you ain't got no house, you ain't done nothing because you became too involved in the streets, and the shit didn't even get you nowhere. You still breaking down 8 balls and shit. You not even a wholesale out here. You like in like shit like shit like that, man. You like people, they get to a certain age, and it's kind of like the equivalent, like they get to that certain age and they just like, I can't really grow out of this because this is all I got. Without this, I'm a nobody. So
damn,
that's just what it is, man.
Do they got an AARP for gangsters?
I don't know. But my thing is, people
the West
still
Coast, at least for the 60s.
It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Like, I hear some of these people talk. I be like, bro, you're like 50. What are you talking about, man? Like, we banging at 50? Like, we doing what you doing?
He older than that. You talking about Africa Bambaataa? Because he older than that.
No, like I'm talking about like Hassan.
Like, Hassan, yeah, he's up there.
Jim Jones. You hear Mano be talking about
Triple
that
OG
stuff?
T. Rogers, he was like 80 gang banging. He was
Bro,
a Triple
you're
OG blood.
you're
Going to
rich
niggas'
and you
high
still
schools,
going to
Crescent
the
High
hood
School.
doing gangster shit. Like, what are you doing? Take your ass to the suburbs and read a book, my man. Like, learn how to
T.
speak
Rogers
proper
was
English.
like 80 banging on high schoolers, man. He will pull up to somebody's high school.
No, but it's one thing, and it's the difference between an OG and an older nigga. An OG is the person that's gonna tell you, "Look, man, this shit ain't what ain't what it's cracked up to be." Like an OG will tell you straight up the truth. Like, "Gee, I can see it in you. You ain't got it in you like that, man. Go to school, do what you got to do. Don't worry about motherfuckers sitting here trying to ridicule you for learning, trying to ridicule you for trying to do something different. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to hide. They're gonna have to go looking for you for a job. They're gonna be kissing your ass. So you go do what you need to do." That's what an OG will tell you. An OG out there, like, "Look, man, I done did 15, 20 years. This shit ain't worth it." It's motherfuckers like that where I'm from. But then an older nigga is the motherfucker that sit there and ag the kids on to do dumb shit. Because sometimes not only are they, just trying to relive their youth, a lot of the times they be scared too. They be scared to tell them the truth. Or they be scared to tell them what really entails in his life. And you got some motherfuckers that just want to see people fail because they realize that they failed. And like, hey, misery loves company. So they'll send people off to, repeat the cycle and do the same dumb shit.
And that sound like Big U right there.
Not for nothing, man. With the number of
Sound like Big
motherfuckers
U
going
right
in and out
there.
of jail,
That nigga never
how
want
many of them
nobody.
motherfuckers probably get their booty hole taken going in and out of jail? Bro, like listen, I'm not trying to get all crazy with it, but it's like, yo, you 50, you should be telling these young kids like, yo, leave that stuff alone, leave that life, put that stuff down. You know what I mean? Out here banging for what? Trying to be gangster. It's like, man, you better read a book. Man, you better go to school.
Man, people that watch The Sun is like in their 50s too. Ain't nobody young watching The Sun, taking him serious.
No, he makes some valid points in some of the stuff he says on YouTube, but sometimes he gets a little out of control. Like the time when he went back to Bronx River and he pulling pistols on people. I'm like, come on, G. Like, is that really necessary? If it's a situation where niggas don't want you to come over there, the best better be not to go over there. Because it's gonna be some problems and you got too much to lose in the nigga that's in the projects that ain't got nothing. You living out in the suburbs, living good. You got your family. What's the whole purpose of going over there? To prove to niggas that you can come back to where you from and ain't no nigga gonna run you out of where you from? Because then if it's an incident where you gotta drop him or he gotta drop you, either way it's a lose-lose situation because you're gonna lose your life to the penitentiary or you're gonna lose your life to or you're gonna be under the ground. Because in New York ain't no fucking self-defense law. So even if you had to kill somebody out of self-defense, you're still going down for a homicide and the fact that you got an illegal firearm. So
yeah, people don't really understand that shit. Like, they think that shit is sweet. Shit ain't sweet out here, man. Hey, but bang bang, bang bang. Dudes be on our block trapping this shit. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
New York's homes is literally too narrow, man. The streets too narrow to be boxing like that, man. To be shooting. Cause y'all is like the ultimate ambush artist, man. Y'all get two big Suburbans and trap a motherfucker in. That's how they got Tekashi.
See, this is why I live where there's not a lot.
That's because he wasn't Dominican and he didn't know how to maneuver those streets. That's what happened.
Two big ass suburban vehicles, man. The motherfucker ambushed them. NY style.
But he's not. If you don't really hang out, if you didn't really hang out in the streets when you were younger, and I mean, you don't even have to be from the streets. If you didn't play outside, that means you don't really know the area. You didn't go anywhere, right? So you're relegated to your block. So when you
because I know Inglewood, I know Compton, and I know Crenshaw.
Yeah, but a lot of cats don't know the city. A lot of cats get taken around. He clearly was getting taken around by people.
Yeah, I knew a cat that was out of the suburbs, and he ended up trying to see a chick in the city, and end up getting robbed. I was like, you gotta know that city, boy. You better know where you're going, where you're at. Like, just don't pull up to no areas where you see it's the group of motherfuckers out that you don't know, especially if it looks like it's a sketchy area. More than likely, somebody gonna
niggas
pull
be
it.
going to South Figueroa, the worst of the places.
So I wanted to go back to accents. Like, how do you know who's from who? Like, real, I can't tell you have a California accent, right?
What?
No, you can tell when
I'm from the valley.
That's because he
He's
speaks
like,
professional. He speaks professional. Like you don't know Lord. Like even Lord speaks professional, but you can tell that Lord.
when he want.
No, you can tell he's from New York.
Lord be close with you.
Like I can hear in his background that he's from New York. I can hear it.
Okay.
Now Sundown, I can't tell where Sundown is from.
What'd you say, Lord?
And that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
You want it to be that way, yeah. Because I can't even tell you have a southern accent, Sundown. Not really, not all the time. It depends. What you saying, Lord?
You from? Listen, man. I'm from Florida. You heard me?
No, I didn't know Florida people sounded mad country. Oh, I was like,
listen, man.
Miami. I think Miami. That's why.
Hey, listen, I'm boys from Florida. They be talking like this. You heard me? The motherfucker don't play no games.
I'm from Broward. I'm from Broward.
Like, what?
Broward.
What did you just say?
I'm Broward.
Slow it down. Speak the English.
I'm from Broward.
Marvelous.
Shit, you be hearing Kodak, man? You be hearing my nigga Yak?
Yo, Kodak be like, hey, listen, man, I ain't got no money. It's just like,
I ain't got no money. I'm ugly.
And little baby sound retarded. Little baby be like, you know, I mean, like, you know,
NBA young boy.
I don't be in a hood no more like that, man. It's like,
do NBA young boy, bro. Do young boy.
I never heard him speak because I've never heard him talk. I don't listen to his music or anything. I've never.
You straight sound like a slave, bro.
New Orleans. You gotta love New Orleans accent. You gotta love New Orleans accent. I done got a few people from New Orleans.
Baby.
Like, what, yeah, baby. Like they'll be like. Nah, the funny thing is when you holler at them, like, yo, where you from, Raul? Where you from, Raul? I was like, man, I'm from up north. They're like, oh yeah, you from up north? Yeah, you heard me. that's how
everything is you heard me.
Damn, Tom, you know Terrell too? Terrell hasn't shown up tonight. You heard Terrell's accent? Mm-hmm.
Very thick and drawn out Texas accent.
It don't sound Texas though. It ain't Texas. Yes,
Terrell sound like a slave. He got off the plantation, bro. No disrespect.
Oh my god, he sound like Forrest Gump. That's not nice. I'm not gonna lie. Louisiana women accent is
yes, sir.
Really, third? What are they? Well, they sound as the female version of the men. Yep.
Third got good taste. Third got good taste.
He said he likes the accent. All right, real.
The accent is dope.
Is that Bitcoin? What's up?
Chilling with him.
Yo, what up, Bitcoin?
And we say this is week number 2. Is all good?
Who?
Week number 2.
For what?
What you told us last week. Oh, you like? Oh man, that's it, huh? It was only 5 days.
Yeah.
He put that slick smile, like, yeah, that shit was over. That was a wrap last week.
Smoking Newport.
He said that was a wrap last week.
Nah, it's been like a month.
Liar. He's lying. Yeah, when I said it, as soon as I said it, he started smiling. Like, yeah, right. When I said that.
It shows me if I'm not out on a Friday.
My man looking like Hunter Biden right now.
My man looking like Hunter.
He's up to something.
Up to something.
You gotta smoke outside?
Yeah, hell yeah. What the fuck? I
You don't
live in
smoke
Jersey.
in the house?
I live in California.
You don't smoke in the house?
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but I miss it. I miss the hell out of it.
Yeah, Miko Worldwide is over here committing talking about.
So he is in New York? He's not in New York. Fighter said he was
talking about
New York.
I just seen some post he did. He's like, I'm gonna kill China Mac. And He said he gonna die too, and
Oh, he's threatening people now?
Yeah, man, he got it on camera. Marina, please pull it up. Mo, please.
No, hell no, I'm not giving him no shine. No. You talking about Channing Tatum?
He said, "Fuck New York."
Yeah, he said that when he left New York, right? He didn't say that. He said that when he left you.
Nah, he just posted some shit.
New York would have started shooting at the plane of him leaving that motherfucker.
Nah, he's not stupid. But
he said, "Please, sir, don't get my." Oh man, Danny. Oh man.
Listen.
Oh,
got Skittles. Oh,
that's your.
Who's that? That's Bitcoin. Yo, what up, Bitcoin?
That's Bitcoin.
What up?
Bitcoin, you gonna let him call you Hunter Biden out here? Don't let him disrespect.
That's right. He got money. I deal with it. I'm straight.
Don't let him call you. He a crackhead though, bro.
Guess what?
How do you have what movie was that he was in? And they're gonna say the Ghetto Lord, really? Really?
Listen, shout
You
out to the
serious
ghetto,
right
man.
now?
Shout out to the hood, man. Yeah, shout the hood out.
Yeah, Hunter Biden was smoking good rocks, boy.
Yeah, he stay want to smoke crack and film that shit. Damn.
Yeah, well, but he's perfect.
Yeah, Hunter Biden said 1994 crime bill my ass. I'm gonna get high today.
he made a whole rap video, dog. I'm serious. Hunter made a whole entire rap video saying he made the easiest 50 G's a month, which he did. Pull that shit up.
Hunter Biden?
Rap song.
Isn't he the one that has that energy deal with the Ukrainians?
Yep, that's the 50K a month for the past like 6 years.
That's why Biden's over here fucking fist pumping the Prince of Arabia today. Fucking when he killed the fucking when is known that the equivalent to the CIA killed for Saudi Arabia killed the fucking Washington Post fucking reporter in Turkey.
Oh,
Jamal Khashoggi.
Yeah. You talking about MBS hired that hit, right?
Something like that.
From Saudi Arabia.
I don't want no problems with MBS. Cause I might go to Dubai one time.
Shit, the motherfuckers. Bro, I'm telling you. Honestly, you know how I feel about that shit. Oh god. They got bread though. Yo, nah, this dude, you know what it is though? I wouldn't be surprised if fucking this guy with the whole it's like a publicity stunt. You charge that phone? Is that us fighter?
Who's that? Is that Fighter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Fighter Smoke.
What's up with this 70s
Yo, Fighter look Jamaican right there. Ross Clap, Bumble Clap.
Buster Clap, Buster.
Let me find Fighter Jamaican out here in these streets.
I can't hear you. Somebody talking?
Yeah, jokes.
Fighting shit. Fuck. Niggas acting weird as shit.
Oh, what's up?
Fighter look like he like an extra in motherfucking Mark for Death right now. Yo, stop.
Where you at, Fighter?
Fighter look like he's from Connecticut.
Yo, nigga, you look like a fiend, nigga. Suck my dick.
Fighter out here looking like screw face.
Like what?
Like screw face from Mark for Death.
Screw face? Oh man.
Not right.
Oh man, that's the Yardie. The Yardie?
I am not gonna take you to a place.
You like my hat?
What is that? ¿Cómo se ve?
Y'all can't see. When I'm in the light, y'all can see the hat.
Where you at? LA?
Huh?
Where you uptown?
Yeah.
Won't you look to the left? You probably see Blood Moon right there.
Blood Moon. Oh, there's Blood Moon right here. Look.
You stupid.
That's Blood Moon. Blood Moon right there with
Okay.
the bread.
Dumb fucking
Now
whores up
look.
there.
Now look at my hat.
Fucking chopped cheese. Hooper
Oh my
smoking dick.
god. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's like the sign. Like the bitches know. Like it's no. You want to hit it already. Like
Like
you
you
don't
already
even.
know, yeah, because the el negro on the hat, that's me, and then I need a negra, so you already know.
Oh man.
What's good with y'all, man? Y'all niggas tired? What the fuck?
I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Oh man,
Bitcoin's not
yo,
off
yeah,
that.
damn, I gotta go live. Like, what's going
Yes,
on with
yes. Go
y'all, man?
live.
Y'all
I'm
getting
tired.
soft for me.
I'm tired.
Coño.
I'm turned down. I ain't got no sugar. I ain't got no sugar booger.
Now don't worry, Bitcoin. I sniffed the line for you tonight. You heard?
All right.
Man, you're not leaning. Woo!
Bitcoin been sober for a minute now. Don't tempt him. Do not tempt him.
I'll be right back.
No,
he coming back.
no.
He's spinning the block real quick.
Nah, he's chilling. He's chilling.
Yo, now he's gonna go sell his TV.
He's
chilling. My TV, I got like 4 of them.
Yeah, see, yeah. He only got 4 TVs because he stole them because he know he's gonna be binging on that. Now, man.
Yeah. Gotta make sure I got 2 left.
You want that boy and that girl?
You know they had. I didn't even know they had channels for like sobriety channels. Bitcoin. Did you know that?
Nah, man. Maybe I should make one. I'm
No,
not only
you
a
should
client.
because
I'm not only the president. I'm a client.
Yep. Seriously, Bitcoin. That's like the thing now. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Everybody trying to get sober and stay sober, you know, or coming off, you know, you can, yeah. You
I don't, I don't know. Honestly, like a few of my friends did it too, but it sucks because like everybody can't go sober at one time. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to feel good about yourself. So
they need support, and they come to YouTube. No lie, they come to YouTube.
Come to me with support. I'll be like, yo, take that fucking line.
Oh shit! Look at that. Yo, is that a cat or a rat? Oh shit!
No, stop. Sundown's looking to make sure.
Was that a cat or a rat, man? God damn.
Yeah, be looking like a cat.
It's quiet over there, fighter. Wait.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. It's that tonight. Nah. It was litty earlier though, but it's already 3. You know what I mean? You know, niggas really go hard Saturdays. You know.
Yo, you know what's popping? Brooklyn be popping, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I already know, bro. I already know. Like Bushwick.
Manhattan's that Bushwick, Greenpoint. Yo, that shit is all that.
Already.
I haven't been over there because
I'm gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna be in. I gotta go to Yonkers real quick, and I'm gonna be back out in Queens. Queens. Go to Queens real quick. Might hit Brooklyn up. Matter of fact, I gotta go to Brooklyn because I gotta go see my nigga.
You got my new number?
What?
I put my number in the back chat. You know I be changing my numbers all the time.
Yeah, but we're not doing Gamblers Anonymous.
No.
I mean, come on, man. We're gonna do that soon, though.
Yeah, that's why not. Soon. That's what's up.
Loco, I'm gonna go over there with a real camera.
Could go to AC.
Wait, at the casino allow that? Like a big ass camera?
Not like a big camera. Like you can't make a scene. Like you fucking making a production.
Right. You gotta be on some chill shit.
Yeah, but you'd be alright though with a selfie stick or some shit. Some shit.
So I'm about to go to the bar. I'm about to get a drink, a shot of whiskey.
Brown whiskey. I feel like Danny. Man. Danny don't drink. He don't smoke. He don't do nothing.
Danny Puerto Rican, so.
Yeah, but the nigga don't drink. No, so I haven't been doing shit. I've been jogging like crazy.
Danny Puerto Rican, so he do coke.
He don't. Does he? Maybe he does.
All y'all Puerto Ricans do coke, man. And y'all all fuck bitches in the ass.
Listen, bro, man, Dominicans do coke too, bro. Mad Dominican girls too. I know mad Dominican girls. They be like, no. Oh, ching.
Not really.
Not really. Get the fuck out of here.
Not really.
Yo, it's hard to stay
Yeah,
awake.
I don't know it's dead, but I mean it is late, man. Saturday nights, man, is more eventful. You know.
Danny's like, I bet you for like $1 million. Nah, honestly, like, feel better. Like, but shit. Sometimes I be doing shit and still jogging. I just chose to do it for like reasons like what I'm saying. Fuck that. Like, I'm gonna try it, but like it's not gonna last. Like I'm gonna do 6 months and then to be honest. Fuck it. What are you gonna do? Damn, I wish I was out right now though. To be honest, man.
Yeah, like Danny laughing because all Brooklyn Knights, not all Brooklyn Knights, all Puerto Ricans, all Boricuas do coke, man, and do anything.
Brooklyn Knights.
Hold on, I gotta flip the camera on you.
Brooklyn Knights. That made me laugh. Yo, Dykeman's dead, bro.
Oh, that's your shorty fighter? Okay, big girls. That's what's up.
Yeah, nothing like when the turkey hangs over the fucking bone. Yeah, I gotta keep it honest, Danny. Why are you laughing like that? That's weird. Yo, and Morena,
Dime.
is that your house with the beep? Every female always
Nope.
talking about she don't need a man. Whose house is that?
Nope.
With
Nope.
beep. Change the
I
fucking
take my smoke
batteries. Who's
detectors
it?
out because I don't like hearing that shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's real safe.
Yeah, it is.
That's real safe.
That's safe.
That's real safe.
I know, I do. And when the landlord came to inspect the house, I was telling myself, like, yo, get the smoke detectors back.
like my baby mother. She goes, I know, stupid. I smell the fire. If I'm sleeping, I smell the fire. I know, stupid. One time I told her that shit, I was like, she was like, no. She was like, take out the fucking battery. I was like, no, I'm taking out the fucking battery because there's a fire. She goes,
But I guess annoying, right? Even the beep is bothering you right now.
She's like, no. She told me that she can tell me. She knows when it's gonna. She can smell the fire in her sleep. So shut the fuck up.
You can't. You won't be able to smell it because the smoke will kill you before the fire gets to you.
Some people can, but like, God forbid you.
I don't know, but
that's kind of like a risk, right?
It go, yeah, but it goes off, and when you start cooking, it goes off. I mean, well, I haven't been using the stove too much. I use my air fryer.
She also told me she couldn't get pregnant.
And you fell for it.
I fell for that shit quick.
Oh man,
that's fucking cruel. Nah, I don't care. Got my daughter.
Yeah. That's cool.
Where's Fulana?
I don't know. I think she fell asleep.
She's such a lazy.
Pero que tú haces. I wish I was there though. I really wish I was there. What is that?
They be having some weird shit uptown, I swear to God.
I'm like, was that somebody on the floor with a bloody sheet over them? Like, what am I looking at? Oh man. Fighter. And put them on the big screen.
Fighter's at the bar, five hot chicks, and he won't buy none of them a drink.
You still
now me on the other hand,
I can't see, it's dark. Spider.
I already have bought them fucking 2 drinks each.
Yeah. I can't even see what he's doing. Yo, I'm about to shut this shit down. Everybody's getting quiet. Everybody's falling asleep. Everybody smoked a blunt and feeling tired right now. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah.
Nah, I'm still around. I'm just working.
I know you working, Rakim. I don't know about Lord Sundown. I think Sundown is working, or he's about to turn in. Fighter. I don't know what Fighter's doing.
I don't know what is that. It says something. I don't know.
Sick.
Oh, okay, it's a martini.
Okay, looks good.
Fucking gangster role fighter drinking a martini. Get the fuck out.
It looks good. Julio said, "You rang." What is that, Fighter? What are you drinking? No, he can't even hear me.
Drinking
That music.
on the rocks.
Oise, baby. Where's Smoothio? I gave it up for a minute. I think I'm gonna start it back up again.
What, drinking?
That shit. My mighty J. What you drinking, Fighter? Did you even hear me? He can't hear me. All right, gentlemen. I'm on 3 hours and 30 minutes. I'm gonna shut it down. Fighter, if you're gonna go live, go live. He can't hear me, Fulana.
You logging off?
That's why I wrote it. He can read.
You logging? You logging off, Morena?
Huh?
You logging off? You logging off?
Yeah, I'm logging off. I'm getting tired.
All right.
You make this look easy. I'm getting off, people. So, any last words from anybody before I just shut it down? Sundown, Rockin', Lord. Where's Lord? Fighter left. Okay, Real still here. Fulana, can I get? Thank you for stopping by, guys. It's been real. Good, you jumped off. That's Lord. Rakim.
Yeah, I'm about to be out, man. It's been cool kicking it.
All right. You have a good evening, Rakim. Did you check your messages? I responded to your message. You never got back to me.
Oh, okay. Let me check. I didn't check it.
All right. Let me know what you're talking about, because I have a feeling it correlates with what happened today. But
okay.
Let me know. Have a good evening.
All right. Y'all take it easy.
Bye. Real deal. Senor. Real deal. I'm about to kick your ass off. You're gone? Okay. Bye, Real deal. Oh, he's on mute. Okay, so I'm about to kick him out. Bye. Kick my guest out. All right, Fulana. So it's been real. Bitcoin is sending you love messages in the chat.
Yeah, I'm blind. I can't see.
Yeah. Hopefully, the new fighter will see your message, right? Hopefully he'll go live so I can watch it from my bed. But I was tired.
Me too.
Real tired. Hopefully I'll be able to get up and do what I got to do in the morning. I don't know how you do it, but I'm gonna try to do it.
I'm getting up. You know I am.
All right then, ma'am. I'll talk to you later.
All righty.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Blood Moon, Tina, Smoothio, Danny, Lord, Third Ward, Colombian, James Rogers, Daniel Valencia, Fulana La Cubana, Bitcoin. Who did I forget? Johnny Mills, Tom Lakers. Thank you for stopping by. Moon Chaser, Fighter Complex number 7, Aleem, Jay Morgenheim, Job, Hood Therapy, Danya, Indigenous Black Man. Thank you everybody for stopping by. It was real, and maybe I'll pick back up where I left off tomorrow. This was a good conversation, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Good night. Good night, Lone Wolf. Peace, everybody.